Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards.
Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Running pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
We are live in 5, and guess what? The man, the myth, the legend, he's back in the building, and he's ready to talk some Lions football as well as other things. Shep, I will honestly say we've had 3 great shows, but you have sorely missed. You missed a lot of action, but you're here, you're back now, and looks like you bought rain, man. We were doing good.
I didn't come from Seattle either. I left some sun, and I bring home some rain and some
degrees,
clouds, and it's
65 degrees.
brutal. But you know what? You still can't wait to smile on my face because I'm fired up to be here, man.
We had to call you. as we welcome in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, man. Thanks for tuning in to us, and we appreciate you guys. The last 3 days have been amazing due to the knowledge and everything coming down that pipeline. But you saw K. Mays. You saw it on Monday.
Yeah, fired up.
We got
for
you
it.
on the phone. Got to talk about it a little bit.
Good price tag. Still a very effective player. You get him in his prime. He's a very good player. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's as good as Tyler Linderbaum. He's not going to be Frank Ragnow. That's okay.
Yeah.
He's going to be a very effective piece. He's going to help a second-year guard on his right, and it might be a second-year guard depending on who wins that. Maybe Miles Frazier is there. Maybe it's Christian Mahogany. Hopefully one of them is better. Penny Sue on the left side. You address the right tackle position, and I feel a lot better about my offensive line perhaps than I did even a year ago.
And that's the big thing. 100%. A year ago, the offensive line, it wasn't up to snuff. You realize how much you missed Frank Ragnow. You realize how much you missed Kevin Zeiler.
Yeah.
Insert Tate Rattlers last year. Insert, like you said, moving Panay over. You have a guy now, Kate Mays. He's going to be your center moving forward. You don't have to worry about is he center, is he right guard. You got a guy moving forward. The offensive line, much better right now. We got a old friend.
Yeah, man.
Joining the show today. No Kool-Aid, no problem. We got KG in the building. KG.
Shout out, KG. Hey, no Kool-Aid, but a little bit of pop. A little bit of Faygo, man. But no, I'm feeling good. Glad to see.
I like that.
Hey, of course you do.
How about Town Club?
Hey, the Town Club. Nah, I don't know if I can do the Town Club.
Oh,
but
man, we used to drive to Southfield every weekend and get a case of Town Club.
Not over Faygo, though.
Not bad.
Real sugar. Real cane sugar.
It's all about the Faygo pop, man.
Nah, big fan.
You got to call it pop, not soda. I remember moving to Georgia, and they were like, pop? What the hell is pop?
I know.
What you mean, what the hell is pop? Everything down there is Coke. Strawberry Coke, cream Coke.
Orange Coke.
Orange Coke.
Dr. Coke.
But excited to have you back, Shep. Excited to talk some ball. But before we
sweet
get into that,
Sweet Potato Cam is here, and he's got his sweet potato pie.
SPC.
Let's go.
He's got his hat on.
He does, man.
Yep.
And KG's got his hat on, and your hat is just off to the side.
I took mine off because I got a cut today.
Yeah, fresh, man.
clean.
I appreciate that. My mom was pressing the buttons a little bit. You know what I'm saying? She said, look, every 7 days you get a cut. It's day 9, day 10. What's going on? So here we are.
Oh, really? It's like every 10 days?
I get a cut every 7 days because we do this show. Like, so you want to have a crisp cut so people can see. It's a good look. It's a good representation.
Yeah,
like you
good.
keep a clean shave.
Yeah.
For me, I know I get to day 8, day 9, day 10.
You can feel it, huh?
You notice it. You feel it. So here we are.
Yep.
How was the trip, man? Catch us up.
That was great, man. It really was. I mean, what we did is we put on our first ever golf event, and it was high level, really, really high level at Rolling Hills Country Club in L.A., and the people there were fantastic.
Fancy.
Oh, it was fantastic. It really was. So it was 11 women's golf teams around the country, including 3 of the top 4, and it was done the right way, Got the young ladies what they deserve in today's world of sports where not many people care about them.
Yeah.
So they were all very appreciative and talked to all the coaches. And one of the coaches actually played golf at Ferris State. So I said to him, hey, man, he's at Oregon. Okay.
Michigan love.
So I said to him, hey, congratulations on your football team winning back-to-back national championships. So he was all fired up. It's a good way to break the ice.
There you go.
Before we get into a glass of whiskey.
Now you
dinner.
found a friend before you even got to the whiskey.
That's what he
now
said.
It makes the whiskey
That's what he kept saying
better.
all 3 days. That's what he kept
100%.
saying. That's my buddy. Yeah. So,
Shout
but
out.
I mean, the travel is just God, these airlines are an absolute farce.
How is it since the government shut down? Like everybody's
Well,
been complaining.
that part was not bad at all.
It wasn't bad. TSA pre-check?
TSA, none of that was bad.
Oh, okay,
That's good.
It's just sitting on the plane when you're expecting to leave at 9:40 and get in at 5 a.m. and end up leaving at 11:20 and getting in, around 7 o'clock.
Yeah, ugh.
And then you're waiting for your golf clubs to show up and all this different kind of
Gotta have
stuff.
the
But
six.
bottom line is, not going to look at it from a negative standpoint. It was a great experience. Glad to be back. Super excited for everything.
No,
Did forget my phone today, so if any of you guys tried to reach out to me, my apologies. I always break balls when I tell people, he hasn't texted me back. Kool-Aid primarily. If you guys texted me and I didn't text you back, it's because I left my phone at home. Braylon and I spoke this morning.
We did.
And then I just left it at home. And, usually when you leave your phone, there's a part of you that's missing. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot of times you almost feel naked, right? I'm fine with it, man. I'm good leaving my phone.
You're
for a
not getting
little
off the
bit.
hook that fast. Come on now. You told me you were out there 3 days. You got a chance to
I
participate.
was actually
in
out there
some-
6 days.
Well, in terms of golf.
Golf, yeah.
In terms of golf, you got to participate. You know I love golf as well. How did you play first time out?
There's a reason they called this course Rolling Hills. It's rolling hills
Okay.
everywhere. So the greens were rolling at a 12.5.
Ooh.
All right. For the tournament, they were running closer to a 14. So it was very, very touchy.
They added. It's kind of like go to a bowling alley. They hit you with one pattern, and then when the tournament switches, they get you with the serious pattern. Like, oh man, that's not what we practice.
Yeah, and I'm not a good bowler. I don't bowl very often. That would be like switching, my beer in mid-drink, so I can't do that. But you're right, it was tough.
Okay.
But I played with a member and then two other guys who were scratch golfers. And I enjoy watching really good people play, So, but I was okay. I shot a 45 on the front, 39 on the back.
The athlete in me does, like the competitive athlete in me, regardless if golf was my sport or not, which it clearly wasn't. The athlete in me, I can't just enjoy greatness when I'm watching it. Because when I'm watching these guys that are scratch golfers, when I'm watching them place the ball exactly where they want it, whether they know where the right side of the fairway is, when do you want to be on number 17 off, and it goes right there. Whether they know, on this one, I know I can get it there with my 6-iron, but let me use my 7-iron. Let me play it a little short because then I can get that roll and then I get it better. You know what? I hate playing with those guys because now I'm trying to do what they do and my game's not there yet.
I know.
My game's not there
Here's the
yet.
other thing. I'm walking off with a par. So the first 3 holes I play, I parred all 3 of them. And I actually beat one of them bogey. So I felt pretty good about myself. They're mad when they par.
Yes.
I want to buy the entire clubhouse a drink when I get a par.
Were you talking stuff after that part?
There's the difference.
the
There's the
swings up.
difference. Let's get your swing going here.
This wasn't California though, man.
No.
This is just a dome on 5 Mile. and
Yeah,
Hackney.
shooting range.
Just trying to get out there a little bit, get the iron game going.
Good balance, right?
Feels
nice swing.
comfortable.
I like
a
it.
little bit to the right on that
It's a
one.
good swing. It's a really good
Nice
swing.
form.
Swing. I appreciate that.
Better than
KG.
Barkley,
I'm saying the
so.
support. I'm trying to take my time, trying to be patient in this. I got a great story for you too.
Is the left hand strong there?
It is.
Okay.
Left hand not as strong as it's supposed to be. That's something that I'm supposed to work
Yeah,
on
that's
this
what
year.
I've been working on.
Yeah.
The reason I don't mind playing in front of with really good golfers is on occasion I'll pick up a good tip or two. So I always ask them,
I don't like when they do too
what are you concentrating on? And they're all about not how far they hit it, not what club they're good. Are they hitting it in the center of the club? That is the key.
Okay.
Like you just hit that one in the center.
Yeah.
So I asked
that
them,
one felt good.
where are you looking? They're saying, I look at where I'm hitting the ball and where my club head is after I strike the ball.
Okay.
So that's where I've been concentrating more on. And I've been hitting a lot straighter.
Do you believe in karma?
Absolutely, I believe in karma.
Good people deserve good things. I'm not necessarily deserve, but you do good. You put out good energy. Karma will reward you in some way, shape, fashion.
I
form.
think so. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. Rewarded in different ways.
Yeah.
You can be rewarded maybe not with a great job, but with great people around you.
So a friend of mine, won't mention his name, just celebrated a birthday. Happy belated birthday, friend, if you will.
Shout out, friend.
100%. Christmas Day, his son has a seizure.
Oh, boy.
He's not with him. He's over at his mother's house, has a seizure. He gets the phone call. His mother's boyfriend or fiance, whatever the relationship is, it's his ex. It's his ex-wife.
Right. So the boy's mother, not your buddy's mother.
100%.
Right.
The boy's mother, and it's his ex's, fiance, whatever, the whole 9 yards. They go to the hospital. They get there. They're there first. They're in the waiting room. They're doing all the things. So then my buddy, he joins them. He gets there. Keep in mind, it's 10 o'clock. It's Christmas Day. He gets there, and once he gets there, he politely tells the gentleman who is the boyfriend or the fiance of his ex-wife, he said, "Hey man, I appreciate you for being here."
Yeah.
He said, you can disperse now. This is family business. There's only a certain amount of people allowed in the room.
Right.
So they're going back and forth. You know what the guy tells the father of the young man that's in the bed? He says, "No, I'm good." Huh? Keep in mind, this is just a boyfriend / fiance, if you will. And I keep saying slash because no one knows, which makes it even worse.
No, I'm good. That's not Brad Holmes either.
100%. One Brad Holmes he said, "No, I'm good." First initial reaction, my boy is like, "What do you mean you're good?" "I'm good. I'm the father. I'm here now." He says, "No, we're good." And then get a little chesty, if you will.
He's bowing up a little.
He's bowing up a little bit on not his son, if you will. So my buddy, he goes outside, follows proper protocol, talks to the people outside the desk. He said, "Hey, look, this is what's going on, this blah, 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 blah. Those are family issues. Those are family situation. You guys figure it out." He proceeds to come back into the waiting or into the room, tells him, "Hey, look, you got to get up out of here." He proceeds to tell him again, "No, I'm good." And then as they're in the room, by the bed,
gonna end badly.
he gives him a little forearm shiver.
Come on, bro.
Gives him enough of a forearm shiver, ladies and gentlemen, that my buddy, the father, the young man that's sitting in the bed who's had the seizure, has to put his hands on the bed to catch his balance. That's how hard of a forearm shiver. So then my buddy proceeds to
cool.
hit him with a slap.
Y'all can't fight in the
So
delivery
he hits
room,
him with a
man.
slap.
It was a slap, like the Will Smith slap? Or
100%.
was it
Okay. It was like Will Smith slap, probably a little harder though.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he,
Right.
boom, open hand slap though.
Oh,
slaps
open
him.
hand.
So now they're in there.
Right next to his son.
Like, he slapped him down. There really wasn't any tussling after that, but a little bit of tussling, a little bit of whatever it was. They proceed to bring in security, tell them they both have to exit the hospital, so they leave the premises, if you will. When they get outside, my buddy is like, he's waiting. He's trying to see if the guy's gonna come out there, finish the conversation. The guy ends up going a different way, gets to his car, he takes off, goes home. My buddy goes home. Long story short, police come and they serve him because the guy He filed charges.
Complaint.
Yeah,
Filed a complaint,
press
charges, the whole 9 yards. So they come to his house to check up the matter. When he told the cops what happened, the cops kind of laughed, but nonetheless they had to serve the ticket, etc. The very first time they went to court for this situation was a couple months back. What they were trying to get administered in the situation was beyond me. Probation, like drug testing, all these things. He's crazy. He's a lunatic. Rights taken from him as a father. All these things based on you not wanting to leave the waiting room with my son and then giving me a little forearm shiver, if you would. And then there was no help from the other side. It's neither here nor there. Not my business.
That's a big. I think that's one of my first
100%.
questions. And it's not the waiting room. It's the
room. And then no
where
help
your,
from
where your son is.
The boyfriend or fiance's significant other, if you will, his ex-wife. So now they go to court and try and get all these crazy things. They've had the same attorney for the divorce that they had for this case in terms of my guy. So he has the same person. When they start coming up with all these things that they want, my guy's attorney says this is what the issue has been, this is what you're not going to do, blah, blah, blah. So they go back and forth. My buddy was a little worried after the first hearing. But once she got the information, his attorney came back to the second hearing, which was yesterday, which was on his birthday. All good news for him. The judge was even laughing at once he was hearing what took place, what transpired. The judge couldn't believe that this guy could be such a douchebag, if you will, all in my buddy's favor. I say this to say that sometimes you got to slap a you know what.
Yeah.
But good things.
What about the
people.
ex? She was in the room at the time.
Yeah, I stay out of that. She was in the room and she said nothing.
She should understand. I mean, come on. I mean, it's your son.
Yeah.
And he's involved. I would assume he's involved in his son's life, right?
He
so
is.
maybe the
Well,
young,
no, like 1,000%.
maybe the young boy is living with his mom, the mom.
was.
So he's living with the mom, and the mom, maybe the fiance might be living there too. That doesn't make him the dad. You should have a little respect for the father.
Like you're a loser. Just like legitimately, like just bounce.
Yeah. Amen.
Like, if you're in it for the right reasons, when the father comes in and says, hey, look, I got it from her, like, you're legitimately, oh, okay, cool, man. Glad you're here. Boom, I'm going to go outside or go take a walk, go get some food. Hey, babe, you need anything? You need a coffee? I'll be over here. Not doubling down 3 times and then a little forearm shiver. So, yeah, I had to get that off my chest, man.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Good for your buddy. I'm glad everything worked out for him, you know.
So,
I mean,
that's
crazy.
Situation looking real good for him.
Yeah, just not cool. Speaking of not cool.
Yeah.
The Max Crosby situation that is gaining all kinds of traction throughout sports radio, sports television, and on social media is absolutely insane.
Full-blown saga at this point.
Now, let's remind everybody this. Do you recall when Eric DeCosta, the general manager of Baltimore, lost a safety/corner a year ago to Philadelphia?
I believe so.
Remember that at the trade deadline? Does everybody remember that? Okay. That player stayed 11 days, I believe, with the Eagles and then retired. Not Zadarius Smith. I just lost his name. My apologies. I'm sure somebody in the chat will remind us. Anyway, so that was very misleading, and people feel like it's a lot of justified criticism going right now. Jair Alexander.
Yeah, 100%. Brought him in from Green Bay.
Right. So he told anybody who would listen, hey, there's nothing wrong with him. He goes to Philly, and then he retires in 11 days. Then he backs out of the Max Crosby deal. What's the long-term effect for Eric DeCosta and the Ravens franchise in general on the perception that you think free agents will have and general managers will have in trying to trade with them in the future?
Yeah, one thing is the NFL is going to have some conversations to say about this. The NFL will find out what's going on. The NFL will get down to the heart of the matter, and I think there might be some sanctions that come down, and there may be something that comes in penalty for the Baltimore Ravens. But the short term and long term, people are not going to want to do deals with you.
Yeah.
Like, people aren't going to do deals with you. The Baltimore Ravens, the Los Angeles, I don't know where the hell they are anymore. The Las Vegas Raiders legitimately had a plan in place, executed their plan to perfection in their mind on Monday, and then on Wednesday they find out, wait. This is not what we want to do. This is not the move that we're going to make. People won't want to do business with you. People won't want to, as it relates to the front office, why am I going to do a deal with you? I'm loading up my team. I'm setting up my team. This is what I want to be. These are the moves I want to make. And then to find out that this isn't what's going to happen, I don't want to work with you anymore. I don't want to do business with you anymore. And even on a bigger note, now you've exposed the injury, or what say you in terms of saying my player is not where he's supposed to be. He's not on track. He's an injured player. So now we can't even get 2 first-rounders for him anymore. Now the price has gone down. So now we can't get initially what we thought. Now we have to battle with ourselves.
They've also spent money that maybe they
don't. A lot of money. Not just money, a lot of money.
A lot of bread. You start looking at all the moves they made. Shoot, I got that whole roster to get to in a second. But then also, too, it's the players. Players won't want to come play for a franchise like that. I don't want to go deal with the Ravens as this is what they're doing. And I think I'm going here, and now I got to go back. Because you can't put the genie back in the bottle. Right. Like, when you think you're gone, when you're out the door, who knows what's said and what's been talked about, et cetera.
Could there be a possibility of them having to do something differently with the contracts of Linderbaum and Nakobe Dean and others?
Yes.
Because of the financial aspect that Max Crosby coming back, they didn't think they were going to have that on their books, right? They thought they were getting 2 first-rounders.
Yeah.
And they thought perhaps, just perhaps, they may use one of those first-rounders for a wide receiver, and instead they could have had a wide receiver that they did not, that they could have pursued a wide receiver in free agency, but chose not to because they were looking forward to using one of the first-round picks on drafting a wide receiver.
Yep.
Yeah, you definitely
it changes
yourself,
a lot.
Yeah, because it makes you look at it differently. What I would have done based on what I had. You look at the Raiders and legitimately, $81 million to Tyler Linderbaum, Kwity Paye $48 million, Quay Walker $40.5 million, Nakobe Dean $36 million, Jalen Naylor $35 over 3 years, and then they signed Matt Gay back, their punter, and also they re-signed some of their guys, $30 million to Eric Stokes, $11 million to Malcolm Coutens, and still waiting to see 3 other deals in terms of how they shake out price point wise. It's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out, because you can't tell me that can legitimately say, we'll take this guy. This is what we'll give you. And then in the 25th hour say, nah, we see what the market looks like. Kind of surprised this guy is still here talking about Trey Hendricks. You know what we'll do? We'll save picks. We'll save money. We'll get this guy. Come up with some BS about you not being injured. And now we have our guy. Something's got to shake.
Well, Trey Hendrickson, the belief was there were a few teams involved in trying to lure him, the Colts being one of them, the Eagles being another.
Yeah.
And there were a couple others. I forget off the top of my head, but I know those two teams for sure. And even though those teams didn't do any deals with the Ravens, they now have a bad taste in their mouth about Baltimore as well.
Yeah.
Because they were honing in on Hendrickson. And Baltimore comes in and does this and turns the tables on those two teams too.
Also, too, like for a franchise, one thing about it is franchises get jealous of the franchise. When you have the type of success, measured success that the Ravens have had for a very long time, people say little things like, that franchise is always doing it. Man, they had Lamar Jackson, they're winning games, they're doing the thing. Now, you look at those franchises that weren't even a part of that deal, and they're looking like, nah, we're not going to do anything to help them. F those guys, based on how they set situations up. You got to care. You got to care.
What about Max Crosby? How does he feel?
Man.
There's a part, look, when you know this because you've been traded.
Yeah.
Do you look at it like a team wants me because they traded for me, or a team doesn't want me because they traded me? Max Crosby was traded by the Raiders. If you believe in one of those two mindsets, they didn't want me, Baltimore did. And then Baltimore said, I'm backing out. Baltimore didn't want me. The Raiders got to reluctantly accept me back.
I don't think a guy like Max Crosby looks at it like that. I think when you get to a certain level of skill, when you get to a certain level of want, a certain level of cash, a certain level of people knowing that you're HIM, for lack of a better word, this doesn't bother you at all because he's going to get his money from either team he goes to, whoever sets it up, whatever team he goes to, he'll get his bag. He realized that they just got a cheaper situation. They wanted to get a cheaper situation. F those guys. Trey Hendrickson ain't me, and I use ain't for effect. He's going to get his money wherever he goes. I do not think Las Vegas is where he stays because it can be.
Shawshank says, damn, Braylon, free agent players won't give a crap about the max situation because they get money. And traded players don't have a say because the NFL don't do no trade clauses like the NBA does.
Say it again. I confused me.
He says free agent players won't give a crap about the max situation because they're going to get money.
I kind of agree with that.
Okay.
And the traded players don't have a say because NFL doesn't do any trade clauses like the NBA does.
I thought they did, but
so as it relates to
you could say I'm not going to certain places.
yeah,
he did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I thought they did.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Yeah, I mean that's a way to look at it to a certain extent. You look at a free agent. Hey, look, I'm still going to a great team that is the Baltimore Ravens, so it doesn't matter if they pay me. I mean, they didn't play me out of my money, so
right.
Maybe there's some merit to that. But if I'm looking at it from a place that I want to go to for an extended period of time, I want to be great. I want the franchise to be great, and I realize that they make moves like this. Then this means in my tenure as a Raven, they're going to screw somebody over. And how long for them screwing somebody over where it affects the team play? Because I'm going there to win championships. Or I'm going there to win the AFC North, get into the AFC Championship, and get to the Super Bowl. They're doing deals like this, and where they're, I can't say that word anymore, it's politically incorrect, but they're reneging on deals, nobody's going to want to deal with them, which is going to make it harder for them to add pieces in free agency.
Yeah, I think Jared Goff has a no-trade clause too, by the way, so that's not true. The other thing is when Braylon was talking about other teams, not players, in a trade. If another team doesn't trust you, and that's a big deal in any sport, all right? Any front office. I've talked to Dave Dombrowski at length about this. I used to talk to Ozzie Newsome about this for a long time. What's the art of making the right deal in the NFL or the Major League Baseball? It's a trust factor. We're not talking about the player here. You're saying in the chat, the players, they don't have any say because they're getting traded. If the team doesn't want to deal with Baltimore, that's going to be a problem. That team's not going to want to work with the Baltimore Ravens when they've done what they've done recently. Jair Alexander and now this.
Yeah, two things. You came back at a point where the chat's not necessarily the happiest with me, so some of those shots are aimed at me for comments that I've made over the last couple of days. I called them liars yesterday, so I think there's still some angst at that. But it's very funny that you make that comment. It's like, well, the players don't have any say and they won't do this. But meanwhile, you always say, what about players? Man, just sign here. Come here. Do this. Come here. Why didn't you come here? Why won't you go there? You just said we didn't have any say, so you got to pick your mind. Make your mind.
What's been the overall theme and the pulse of Detroit sports fans? I get the sense, because I've been following it from afar, I get the sense that people were wigging out a little bit on the inability to sign free agents for a period of time, and then the inability to restructure deals. And my whole mindset has been this: just because we want Christmas morning as soon as the free agent period starts, and we want Christmas morning as soon as you can start extending players, and we want Christmas morning as soon as the draft takes place, doesn't mean we're not going to get presents.
Yeah.
You got to be patient with it. Not everything has to be done right away. Oh my God, I'm the first one to the finish line. Look who I signed today. You got to sign the right people, not necessarily the most expensive players.
That's true, and I heard that conversation from a bunch of people in the chat, other people that sit there, and there's a lot of truth to that. Lions team doesn't need to be officially formed until August. Season doesn't start till September. There's a lot of time between now and then to trade players, sign players, draft players, etc. My only pushback to that, as it relates to being patient, as you're being patient, this past Monday, as the Lions were being patient, you know how many good players left the board?
A lot.
Players that could help the Detroit Lions this particular season, whether it was the DB position, the free safety position, the offensive line position. So it's not, for me, it's not about, you got to make a move because the Bears made a move. Mm-hmm. You got to make a move because the Rams, the Eagles, and they're making moves. Mm-hmm. You have to make a move because you told us it was about the championship. And a lot of those potential championship pieces are now getting taken off the board, whether they're going to Carolina, who was the team that made the playoffs last year, whether they're going to a team like the Giants, who didn't do anything last year, but they got to go with coach. They have some money. They made some moves. Mm-hmm. The Chicago Bears keep making moves. The Dallas Cowboys keep making moves. So I don't mind you not trying to keep up with the Joneses, but what I do want is when you see a team go 9-8, and it's supposed to be a championship year, and you get rid of 6, 7, 8 players, 3 of those that are really important to the team, and I'm not saying I'm going to miss them, but I'm saying now is the time to replace them. Because when you're not making moves, when Cade Mays, which was a great move, but then after that, it was less and less and less. Isaiah Pacheco yesterday, it's an okay move, but it's a lackluster move, if you will. 2 offensive linemen, Juice Scruggs, 1 acquired, 1 Bourne. We saw what he was able to do against Aiden Hutchinson. So when you're letting these players get out the door and then replacing them so far with this, it's making me think, KG, that we're trying to do this through the draft.
Yeah.
And one of the big things, you're not a team that won 12, 13 games last year to where your team is almost there and a couple draft pieces can take you over with a couple free agent moves. You're not that team. You're a last place NFC North team that's trying to potentially do it all through the draft is what the feeling is. But I digress.
Yeah, I think that's what people's feeling is. Yeah. I don't think, and I understand to a certain extent, but I guess I'm wondering, do we think every single you should know going in to the free agent period that there is going to be a certain amount that you're going to be able to spend.
Yeah.
And that a lot of the money that they want to use to restructure is going to be used for players that you have drafted and have been very, very productive for you to try and keep them here long term. They're going to fix it in a couple of different ways. The free agents, with what they've done so far a little bit, with the draft as well.
Yeah.
And who knows? There might be a trade involved somewhere in this whole mix. A lot of people in the chat fired up for this, so want to get to a lot of those comments, and we will do. We want your voice to be heard. We will get to that when we come back in the Braylon Edwards Show. Good to be here on a Wednesday afternoon.
Good to have you back, man.
After Ben Johnson and Art and Jake's. How about that party this past weekend? That was a good one, huh?
It was a really good party considering who won. What the final outcome was. VEN Fights. That's what you got to do. Get the guy that knows how to fight. Get him in your corner. Make him the first call, though, not the second, not the third, not the fourth. When things go wrong, make Ben Johnson law the first call that you make. Look, they've been doing it for a very long time at a very high level. Whether it's a settlement, whether it's a verdict, you know what I always say. It doesn't matter because they want all the smoke. Have someone represent you who knows how to win. Have someone represent you that wants to fight, because that's what you need. That's what you want. So go get it.
3 days from now, this Saturday, March 14th, downtown Romeo, the Romeo Lions Club St. Baldrick's Festival is taking place. Art and Jake's is your go-to place, not just before, but also afterwards, for great sports bar atmosphere and community involvement. You can get involved right now in that Romeo Lions Club St. Baldrick's Festival by going to romeosb.com, and you can also get involved by going that. If you take a look at that QR code right there, right to my right and to your left, then scan that and you can get involved too. Donate what you can, but more importantly, get out there, help them crush their goal as they try and fund childhood cancer research. What a great cause with great partners, Art and Jakes.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. Look, Planet Fitness is the gym for you. You got to remember, we're all strong on this planet. And that planet, you guessed it, is Planet Fitness. No judgment here, home of the judgment, free zone, trainers on staff, and then equipment, locker room, and everything is extra clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness, and they practice there at Planet Fitness. So 50 plus metropolitan Detroit locations. The gyms are around. You'll see that purple and gold everywhere. The gyms are around. All you gotta do is pull up, sign up, start your journey, or continue your journey. But do it at Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
After that brutal travel experience, I'm not going to lie. Tonight, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to enjoy some sports on TV and have myself a Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Real vodka, real iced tea, no bubbles. It's just a clean, crisp sip. Doesn't that look good on a warm Friday afternoon or a warm Saturday evening? It'll cool you down. It won't weigh you down. 100 calories, that's it. But it has 4.5% alcohol. Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Perfect for tailgates and your night out on the town with friends or couples or whoever wants to share your company. Make sure you're cruising with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea.
Cruising.
KG, you want to fill us in on some super chats?
Yes, I can do that. Just give me 1 second here to pull them up.
See somebody did say this to Bray while you're doing that. This is a season ticket holder here regarding the Lions.
Did the tickets go up?
Yeah, that's a good question. But his problem is with Brad Holmes right now, and I suppose this shouldn't surprise us, but he's got to go because of his bad drafts the last 2 years and his unimpressive or underwhelming free agents in the offseason. So first things first, I could be in the minority here.
Yeah.
I am not judging last year's draft yet.
Yeah, not last year.
I don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
You want to judge 2024?
There you go.
I'm fine with that, okay? I'm wrong about Terrion Arnold, all right? Enos Rakestraw, not good. I mean,
he hasn't played.
Yeah. I think he's played 8 games.
Yeah.
Those were, I think, primarily special teams. If all you're getting out of your draft is a special team Sione Vaki, you've got issues.
Yeah.
That's a bad draft. Terry Arnold can change that. Enos Rakestraw could change that this year. We should all root for that. If this team's going to be good, you can't miss on first and second and third round draft picks. You can't. If you're going to build through the draft, those draft picks better be big time.
There you go.
They have not been. So you want to blame him? I agree with you on the draft of 2024. I think the jury is still out on Tate Ratledge, whose numbers were better according to Pro Football Focus, Tyleek Williams, and Isaac Tesla.
Yeah.
I think they can be productive players. Let's hope so.
As it relates to the draft, when there were 2 first-rounders, he drafted really good. 2023 is the staple. We talked about that we talked about yesterday. It's the golden standard, what you were able to do in that draft class. 2024 is a dud as of now, and then 2025 will remains to be seen. We're waiting for Tyleek Williams as well as Tate Ratledge. So we'll see how that goes. The question that I posed before I even dive further than that yesterday is how much is on Brad Holmes, how much is on Sheila Hamp? Because you cannot spend, but you are not allowed to spend, but that's more so on the money side. Where were you with the drafts? Because when you start talking, I kind of missed the question.
Yeah, I've always been a guy who believes that the first and second round have to be starters right away.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay? Unless it's a quarterback. I'm willing to let them sit for a while. That's different nowadays. I think your third round pick has to be a contributor right away. I'd love him to be a starter, but it has to be a contributor. Anything after that, to me, if you're making this team and you're contributing in a way of special teams or whatever, that's great. But if you're going to build through the draft, first and second rounders have to be impactful starters on your team. I don't care if you just won the Super Bowl or not.
So then let's go here then. Let's start 2023. You said third round. We know what the first round was. Hendon Hooker, no. Broderick Martin, no. Fifth round, Kobe Sorsdale, no. 2024, no, and no. Terry Arnold, Enos Rakestraw, Giovanni Manu, and Sione Vaki. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't take 3 years to know if a guy is going to make a playmaker.
Right.
You know right away. You knew about Amon-Ra St. Brown right away. You knew what he was.
Right.
So that's 3 no's in 23. Yep. That's 4 no's in 24, just the high-end picks. You get to 2025, I mean, I'm not judging. I mean, Hassanin, Miles Frazier, like every time.
Yeah, he got hurt during camp, as you know.
Right.
I really liked him at LSU.
So him and Mahogany in a battle this year, I believe.
I do too, and I think he could be a starter for you. You used in 2023. You used Kobe Sorsdale. That's a 5th round pick. Are we going to look at Christian Mahogany as a 6th round pick in 2024 and say that was an effective draft pick?
We'll see, because to be honest, you keep telling me that not you, but they keep telling me Christian Mahogany was a really good pick. He's a really good player, has playoff experience, saw what he did, but I haven't seen this just really good player.
Yeah. No, I think he's based on what we've
because he got
seen,
drafted.
He could get better. Yeah, he could get better based on what we've seen. I think it's fair to say he could be a player for depth along your offensive line. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I don't have a problem with player
not
for depth,
necessarily,
especially not as a 6th pick. But to support just the conversation about the draft, there are a lot of misses in peak rounds.
I know,
especially in the last couple drafts.
I know,
and then you pair that with the off seasons.
Yep. You're 100% right. If all we're going to do is look at the top 3 rounds, there's 2 misses in 2023, like you said. There have been 2 misses in 2024. Those are 4 players. Just think about it for a moment. That's 4 players you were expecting to be starters for you. Yeah. That's a 1st and 2nd round pick. We're not talking about Amon-Ra St. Brown in the 4th round. We give him kudos for that. Those are 4 significant starters. Where are they?
That's where you get depth from too. Like, you have all these depth situations where we don't have depth because the Lions have had a notorious run of injuries. That much is true. I don't like to use it as an excuse, but you can't lie. Like, that's what's happened. They've had a notorious run of injuries, but where are the depth pieces for those? Well, those are pieces you draft in the 3rd, in the 4th, in the 5th. that they've struggled on. So you mix that with some of the offseason moves, Isaiah Pacheco, Larry Bourne, DJ Reed, Marcus Davenport twice. Roy Lopez was an interesting move last year. Now I'm mad they didn't bring him back.
He went back to the Cardinals.
Like last year, it was like,
Crazy.
who's this guy? Now you're like, damn, y'all didn't bring Roy back.
Yeah.
Who's your best D tackle last year?
I swear.
Exactly.
Essentially. And then
Think about this. Last
Marcus
year's draft
Davenport
pick,
again in 24. Cam Sutton. Like, it's just, you mix the mid-rounds with the free agent offseason, you get a lot of people's frustration.
I get it. Yep. I mean, you're mixing that up in a salad bowl, and you're mixing around.
Yeah.
You're going, hold on a second. This does not taste good at all, and I understand it. 4 of the 7 picks from a year ago, right? They had 7 picks. Yeah.
Yep.
4 of the 7 ended up getting hurt. They didn't draft them as injured players, but they ended up getting hurt. Miles Frazier got hurt.
Yep.
Ahmad Hassanin got hurt. Dan Jackson got hurt. And Dominic Lovick got hurt.
Yeah.
There's your 4 guys. The year before, Terry Arnold hurt. Enos Rakestraw hurt. Mekhi Wingo hurt.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 of your 6.
Yeah.
Okay?
And that's for you, Rando, who I love so much and miss you. I told you I was
Shout
going to
out,
come today
Rando.
with some notes.
Yeah.
Told you I was going to come with some facts today as well. And then also, too, the move with Isaac Tesla. When we saw him in there, we saw potentials of the makings of something for the Detroit Lions. How long did it take you to play him, and you did this to move up for him, sacrifice some picks? And so it's just, you mix a couple of those things together, and you got an ugly gumbo, if you will.
Absolutely, you
Yeah.
do. It doesn't taste good at all. You and I talked about this. I remember our conversation after training camp. My expectation was that Isaac Tesla was going to start as the 3rd wide receiver, and he didn't. And it took a long time. Now, he started games. I get it.
Yeah.
And he played in games.
Packages.
Right, but certain packages.
Like my very first game in the NFL, thank you, Cleveland Browns. Like, I got a start credit for the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's only because they went 3 wide. Like, I wasn't the starter at that time.
Yeah.
Shame on you, but I wasn't the starter. I got a start because it was a package, to your point.
Yeah, and that's kind of with Isaac Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest concern from last year's draft with Tesla was there seemed to be a disconnect between the front office and the coaching staff. It's almost as if the coaching staff said, we don't necessarily, I know they don't feel this way, but we don't believe in him. He's got to show us something. And the front office said, I've seen so much of this guy that I love him so much, I'm going to trade 2/3 and move down in the 3rd round and then call him the best receiver I've seen in this draft.
Yeah, 3rd wide receiver at Arkansas. Interesting note. What do you make of potential? Because everything is Brad Holmes right now. Like, because that's what happens though, Shep. When you don't have conversation the whole time. When things are great, when people are winning, we don't have conversations. Like, that's anything in life. When things are good, when things are cooking, it can be relationships, it can be whatever. Like, when relationships are good, you're not addressing the small things.
Yeah.
But when they get bad, all of a sudden, well, you don't do this, and you don't do this, and I don't like the way you did this, and you talked to me this way, and you did. Like, that's what happens. Same thing with the Lions. These things have happened for the last 4 years. But now you don't make the playoffs. Now people are leaving. Now people are nervous, and now you just compile the things. With Brad Holmes, what we don't know is what Sheila is allowing, what Sheila is not allowing. Is that fair to say, or is that not a fair comment?
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, I do think that's fair. But I don't think we know that about any owners. I mean, do we believe the Lions don't spend money? Do we feel like she has pulled the purse strings a little bit and said, you can't spend this when he has spent as much as he had on certain individuals?
But that's the thing. I think she's spending that much money, Shep, on her guys.
Yeah.
She's spending that much money on the guys that Sheila Hamp drafted. Obviously, she's not drafting anybody, but the owners, they get credit for everything. Sheila Hamp drafted Amon-Ra St. Brown, hence the extension. She drafted Panay. Jack will get an extension. This $40 million is coming off the books for Jared Goff. I hate to piss people off. I don't think it's for Trey Hendrickson. Oh, excuse me. He's gone.
Yeah.
I don't think it's for a major swing, because those major swings are less and fewer and fewer and fewer. That is to extend Jahmyr Gibbs. That is potentially to extend Jack Campbell as well as Sam Laporta. So.
And to sign your draft class, stuff like that. So.
And that's the thing. She will
You don't have
money.
to do that, though. They didn't have to restructure him to sign a draft.
Well,
class.
yeah, true, but
This
that's
is
part of it.
I think
though.
this is what he's saying. This is to extend. Now,
She'll spend money, but on her own guys. And
correct.
What I'm saying is, when you watch a Super Bowl take shape, whatever team, because that's what I'm still under the impression that we're doing here. So I refuse to believe into the notion that we're just trying to be good. They're just trying to be good. I still have to believe that Super Bowl is the thing. With
For
that
sure.
being said,
How could it not be?
So when you look at everybody that's won the Super Bowl in the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years in that period, everybody is operating in both. You operate in the draft as well as free agency.
Sure.
Making moves and add-ons.
Yeah,
in addition.
and I don't think they've done it enough, but it's not like Detroit's ignored it. They have done it. Let me ask you this. Would you have signed Jalen Phillips to a 4-year, $120 million deal like Carolina did?
Probably
Would you
not.
do that? Whether you got the money or not,
Yeah.
Would you have done that?
Probably not.
I definitely would not have done that.
Yeah.
I think that's irresponsible spending.
I did want Boye Mafe.
I did too.
Okay.
Like,
I forget what he signed for.
To your point, I
Okay.
wouldn't necessarily have signed Jalen Phillips. I actually think he's going to be decent there. But to answer the question, I would not have signed it.
Yeah.
I didn't see enough. I didn't see enough in what you did in Miami. I didn't see enough in what you did for the Philadelphia Eagles.
He had one good game for Philly.
But that's a team that's like, that's a franchise that's always been the Tepper. I think that's his name. But they're like, look, we made the playoffs last year. We're in. They went and got Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, and went and got him. So
Yeah. So I think there's let's put it this way. What does Brad Holmes need to do to save the free agency reputation?
I mean, we know what the answer
what's
is.
it going to take to make you happy? If you say Max Crosby, trade for Max Crosby, you're going to be really disappointed.
No, of course.
Okay.
But it needs to be a player at the top of the market. I believe a player that can come in and be an instant game changer, and they haven't done that.
You don't think Cade Mays is a game changer?
Not he's going to help. I don't think he's a game changer by any means.
Okay.
Respectfully.
Okay.
I think, to what KG is saying, I agree.
He's a good move.
He's a really good move. But he's not a move when soon you sign him, you like, there it is. Like, there it is.
Yeah.
They're now back at top of the division. There it is. I feel like they can challenge.
Yep.
Well, not the Seahawks or the nobody in that conference right now. Now they can challenge the Bears. Shoot, because they fell behind the Bears last year.
Yeah.
You're looking for that move where I'll say a name. It's not about the name, but it's just Trent McDuffie and the Rams.
Sure.
When I know Trent McDuffie is now coming to the Rams, it's like, boom, game changer. This is one, a necessary need. Two, he's arguably the best at that position, and it's an instant. You know what?
All right.
Here we go. Now we got somebody for JSN. You know what? Pendulum shift back to the Seattle Seahawks in the same division. I think that's more so what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
Another name, Tyler Lindenbaum. Like, I'm just saying, it was unrealistic that the Lions would pay that money. But if you bring him in, he's a game changer because he's one of the best centers in the league.
Okay,
undoubtedly.
But for $27 million?
Yeah. Once again, the money, I probably wouldn't have done that. I'm just saying the name.
But can we let's all be very, very realistic here.
Yeah.
Had you ever heard of Tyler Linderbaum before last year?
Well,
most people can't even say his name properly for crying out loud. And we're sorry we're trying to act like we've known this guy as a game changer all our lives. He wasn't even rated the highest center last year.
But we don't know that, but the Lions do.
Yeah, and maybe the Lions recognize I ain't paying $27 million for that guy.
And that's fair. All that's fair. But that's the type of name or person that it would take for us to kind of change our narrative about Brad Holmes.
Boye Mafe got 3 years, $60 million.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
3 years, $60 million.
That's a good signing.
Yeah.
I think.
I agree. And that's what I'm saying. Something along those lines. I'm not looking for the 140, the 120, the earth shattering. Like, if you would have told me that on Tuesday they signed Boye Mafe after picking up Cade Mays on Monday, now you're like, boom. You know what? We're good.
Yeah.
Because now the filler stuff that you do, now the couple pieces, I'm like, you know what? I'm cool with that. Now you've added draft picks. Now I'm valuing those draft picks a little bit more. But before Tuesday, you're looking at the draft picks and everybody's like, oh, they got 9 draft picks. They can really cook. Yeah, 6 of them are 6 or after.
Right.
Yeah.
But now they've added a second-round pick, so it goes a little bit better. But 4 of those picks are 3rd through 1. 6 of those picks are still.
I'm convinced he's going to trade up. I think he's going to package some of those to move up and address some needs because they don't have a 3rd-round pick. So I think he'll try to find his way into the 3rd round, which doesn't always produce great things for him. But I think that's what's going to happen. Okay, I think he'll do something along those lines. And I still think there's somebody out there that they're going to bring in. It may not be, to your point, to you and KG's point, it may not turn your head. It may not be something you're going to text your best buddy down south and say, we got the guy I wanted, but he's going to help this team. Yeah. Not every big name, I said this to a friend of mine the other day, who was pissed off. We were talking about the Linderbaum thing, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't believe it. I said, let me ask you a question. Be honest. When's the last time you really noticed Tyler Linderbaum? Well, I said, where'd he go to college?
Yeah, Iowa. But at the end of the day,
you're right.
But he's like, I don't. Look, it's a cool name. It's a chic name. It's a big name. Okay,
Yeah.
he was the best available center on the market,
and the second best center in the league.
and I think that's what a lot of people wanted.
I didn't have to have Tyler Linderbaum, but he's one to KG's point. You mentioned his name, he comes here. You're like, oh.
Yeah. Now you're serious.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what people are looking for.
Because he's a serious player too.
Yes.
And he's also the type of move that's so good, he can maybe cover up some other holes on that offensive line because he's so good.
You know what it reminds me of?
That's right.
Frank Ragnow. Like, we clambered over Frank Ragnow and the wins he was able to allow and the things he did and the synergy of the offensive line. And, like, we talked about Frank Ragnow like he deserved to win MVP.
Yes.
And he was aging
Yeah.
with injuries. The man almost had his toe cut off. And we were talking about how good he was. Tyler Linderbaum is better and younger and in his prime. But he didn't have to be the move to the Detroit Lions. Going back to the opposite side, the Lions are okay on offense. This is what the Lions are banking on, ladies and gentlemen. They're banking on one of the best wide receivers in the league, banking on probably the best offense. I mean, arguable, but best wide receiver tandem in the league.
Yeah.
One of the best tight ends in the league.
Yes.
A quarterback that when you protect him, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He has the best. He's the most efficient quarterback in the play action pass when you allow him time. Right. When you protect him. So you add Cade Mays, you keep Tate Ratledge there, you draft the right tackle. The offense will figure it out, and they'll be fine. You're not going to get that same production at RB2, but you don't need it because Jahmyr Gibbs' level is going up. So whatever whatever Pacheco gives you, it's fine. It's the defensive side of the ball now. You want to really make noise. That's where the concern is. That's what the concern is, the safety position, the other linebacker position. Who are you replacing? Malcolm Rodriguez, and Jack Campbell and Derek Barnes. Are you comfortable with this linebacking core going into this season? Are you comfortable with your cornerbacks going into the season? You just paid Rocky Yassin. You bought him back for $4 million. Are you serious?
A little surprising to me, yeah.
So that's the bigger concern. Offense will be fine. One more move. It'll be in the draft. It'll be a tackle. Congratulations. But that defense, now when you see those players coming off the board on Monday and on Tuesday, now is where you say, they didn't have to go get everybody, but what about this guy? What about this guy?
So let's just
Kobe Bryant.
Let's just
right.
Yeah. Well, when you can score 81 on the floor, it helps too. Let me ask you.
What about 83?
That wasn't as impressive. Let me ask you this question.
I agree.
If I said to you, they signed Cam Jordan and or Joey Bosa and Jaquan Brisker, would you be good with that? Would that convince you Brad knows what he's doing? Brisker's the safety but played for Chicago.
Yeah,
I know exactly.
and
I'll let KG rap
and I think Brad knows what he's doing just as a precursor.
I
But
like that, fair.
Cam Jordan and Joey Bosa, no, because I feel like these are players that are not in their prime anymore, and you could have maybe used that money towards somebody younger that could be more effective. That's all.
Okay. Cam Jordan had 10.5 sacks last year,
and he's still productive at his age, but he is aged out almost.
They've been saying that about him for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes I'm not saying he is.
Right.
No, true.
He's not the equivalent to, LeBron James or Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
he's not a freak
because he's not taking that stuff.
That's
and
right.
he's done that with the Saints.
His pressure rate was the
peptide.
highest it's been since 2020 last year, and he had 10.5 sacks. At what point does he have to say to you, what more do you need to see from me? But I still in the same great shape, and I know what the hell I'm doing.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was going to say, to that question, I will answer this. I would say he understands what the needs are, but I wouldn't necessarily fully take him serious. Brisker, 1,000%. Okay. Cam Jordan, I like Cam Jordan. I know Cam Jordan. Joey Bosa, I've talked about having Joey Bosa in, so I agree with you there. But if you're bringing in two older gentlemen, and to answer your question, it's like, when is it going to happen? Is this going to be the year? This could be the year. Because Cam Jordan has another year of having to get ready for training camp, eating, all those things, the prehab, the rehab, getting ready for the season.
But what have you always told us? Yeah. Those guys know how to do that. That's why you said it was okay. Taylor Decker, who's probably going to get a year for $21 million, you said, I'm good with him missing practices. He knows what he's doing. You actually said, Zadarius Smith, he ain't going anywhere because he doesn't want to go to camp. He knows what it takes for him. This is what you said last year. So I believe Cam Jordan would be all right with that. Joey Bosa. If you want to look at a Nick Cross as a safety, he's 24, 25 years old.
Cam's got 7 years on Zadarius Smith. But to that point, I'm not mad at the move if they're drafting a edge in the first. Like if you're going to bring in Cam Jordan, then bring me an edge in the first round. And that means you adjust the right tackle or move up in the draft or do some crazy Brad Holmes type stuff or just take a tackle in the second round.
Yeah.
But if that's the move, I like Brisker, I like Joy or Cam, but give me an edge in the first round.
What about Al-Qadim Muhammad?
How much is the ticket on that?
He's 31.
That part, yeah.
What if I said it was 2 years, $20 million?
The only concern with AQ, I mean, he's been good as a Lion.
Stinks against the run. He doesn't play enough for him.
Yeah, he's just one-dimensional. He's not somebody, even last year, he was getting all these great sack numbers. He wasn't starting games. They would prefer to start Davenport if he was healthy over AQM. Well, that's a problem.
He's strictly a pass rusher.
Yeah.
He plays 40% of the snaps.
Yeah.
Compare that to Crosby and Hutchinson, who are in the 94%.
I get that.
Okay.
But my point is, I would just maybe prefer a more complete edge that can play both pass and run. But that's just me.
Most of those edge rushers who are complete are already on somebody's team,
and
you don't want to get rid of them.
That's a fact.
That's one of the problems.
Right.
One of the big things, too, though, is you talk about AQM. Everybody keeps talking about how many sacks he's had, 11, right?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the most quiet 11 sacks I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Hey, and when you chase that with they gave up the most time in the pocket as a defense, the Lions did, it's kind of like, all right, the sack numbers are great, but what is the consistency between, plays or throughout a whole game?
I think most people view him as, if I can use this phrase, a third edge rusher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? He's not, like you just said, he's not your starter, but when Mr. X needs a blow, he goes, in comes Al-Qadim, and he gives you the pressure rate, which was really good.
Yep.
For somebody who played at least 200 snaps, I believe, is what I read. But overall, he's not an every down guy. And you know what? In fairness to your argument, maybe Cam Jordan isn't. Maybe Joey Bosa's not either.
At this point.
Okay?
Yeah.
But I'm going to save a little bit of money on those guys. I'm going to draft another young pup. I'm going to have that guy learn under him. I'm going to have that young pup play some games as well.
Yeah.
Joey does stuff that's super important, though. You brought up Joey, and that's a great move. Last year for Buffalo, I wasn't very sure what Joey Bosa was going to do. I'm not going to lie. Joey Bosa is not one of my favorite people. His personality, the whole 9 yards, but surprising, right? I don't like anybody. But he's also a me guy. Joey Bosa was a me guy when he was with the Chargers. That's why they kept Khalil Mack, and they got rid of him. Last year, bought into the team, played through the whistle, played on both sides, saw him chase down plays. How many pass deflections? That's another major statistic. How many pass deflections? How many situations did he prevent on his own? How many forced fumbles? Fumble recovery. He was doing things in every measure as a defensive end last year for the Buffalo Bills. So if you get that type of production, you get that type of buy-in, which I believe you will, I wouldn't be mad at it. But once again, you better draft me an edge in the first round or the high second.
I read an article on Bosa, I think it was on the plane, either out or on the way back, and it said he missed a third of his tackle attempts last season.
That's what he was like when he was aging out of the Los Angeles Chargers.
Right.
That's one of the issues with him.
So that's where you have to be a little careful with a guy like that. But again, it's going to be a 1-year deal worth $10 million, somewhere along those lines, maybe a little bit more. Okay, this is what's happening in this league. And I think we've all noticed it for a long time now. And that is, teams are saying, all right, I'm going to draft a guy. I'm going to give that guy a long-term deal. But some of these veterans, once they hit 28, 29,
prime,
I'm going to grab them for a year or two. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to give them long-term deals. Now, full transparency, that's me.
Yeah,
that's what I would do. I would be I want you in your prime. I'm going to use the hell out of you for 2 years. I'm going to pay you, the right market value, but I'm not going to be on that hook for a long period of time. And then you're out, and I have to replenish.
Right. I don't mind that at all. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I love that format. But now Brad has to execute it. Because those are the guys you got to go after every year. You're like, oh, you know what? This is guy that's going to be here. We'll just give him $20 million for 2 years. Boom, get him in, get him out. They're like,
good with that. Yeah.
I don't know about this guy. I don't know about that guy. And I'm tired of the feeling that we got to have some type of relation.
It feels
we
like
got to
they're
somehow
being
be connected to this individual. Like whether it's through the Senior Bowl, whether it's through an offensive coordinator that knows somebody that went to college with this dude.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they just, I don't know.
It gets tiring.
Yeah.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride if you're the lion.
It seems like that, right? There seems to be a hesitation to say that guy will put me over the edge. Like, I'll be honest with you. I would not extend Jahmyr Gibbs. That's probably very unpopular.
And that's coming.
And I understand that.
Yeah.
I would not do that.
Yeah.
Because of what running backs have been in the past. And before you start going, well, he's different. Come on, man. Saquon Barkley, stupid organization, the Giants, but Saquon Barkley was moved. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's be careful here. I would use the hell out of Jahmyr Gibbs this year, and I'd use the hell out of him next year, and then if I felt like it was important, I'd franchise tag him. I wouldn't give him those buku dollars that you're giving to Amon-Ra St. Brown. You know who I would give it to, though? I'd give it to Jack Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I would do, because he's gonna play at his position longer than Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be as effective as he is at his position. My belief. I'm not saying I'm always right. Look what's going on right now with their safeties. They've got a lot of problems on this team that need to be addressed, and we've said this ever since last year. And we feel, I think collectively, that they haven't addressed nearly enough of them.
Yeah.
If I were the Lions, I would do something like get creative. Remember when Green Bay Packers restructured Jordan Love's deal going into his 5th year just so that he felt like a starter? Just so that he felt like more, because he was going to be the starter. He had made the playoffs the year before, and they didn't want him to feel like a guy who was like, we want you to feel respected. So we ain't about to give you 50 plus, but we'll negotiate so you make nice little $20 million, something nice chunk.
We'll overpay you anyway.
I would do something like that with Jahmyr Gibbs if I was the Lions. Hey, look, we'll restructure this deal so that 26 and 27, your money is a little bit more, et cetera, but the deal still goes through 27. And that's what we cut off. I would restructure that. I wouldn't restructure it to the tune of here's 4 years at blah, blah, blah. Never heard it.
$50 million.
Exactly, Chris.
All right, quick timeout. More on the other side here on the Braylon Edwards Show. I've got a Sam Adams. That sounds really good, doesn't it? The cherry wheat.
Shout out to Sam Adams, by the way. Had a tall one at Art and Jake's this past weekend.
Shout out to Art.
Oh, it was great.
I feel like the service and everything. I feel like it's great out there,
it's
man.
amazing.
You guys always have an amazing time. I feel like I always miss it.
Well, they love us as much as we love them.
And listen, their food, and I am not, this is not an ad read here, okay?
Yeah.
Their food's rock solid.
Really good.
It really is.
Puts beat-ups to shame.
And I was, I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, it does. I'd much rather go to Art and Jake's. The thing that's really impresses me about Art and Jake's is how long their cooks have been in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Usually those places have high turnovers. Art and Jake's does not.
Yeah.
Those people are there for the long term. Gotta love that, and you gotta love Sam Adams cherry wheat. You know, look, the March Madness is about to begin. All right, feel bad for UD last night. Was rooting for them hard against Wright State. Couldn't hold on. But March Madness is upon us. Okay, you got a lot of conference championship games going on. You got a lot of the NCAA tournament getting ready. How do you party? Well, you party with Sam Adams cherry wheat, because it's made with real Michigan cherries. And at Art and Jake, speaking of, so KG on cue, they've got $5 shorts of Sam Adams cherry wheats on Mondays, on Thursdays, and Saturdays. Sounds good. Looks good. Tastes even better. Check it out.
And Caesars.
And y'all need to get up on the Caesars Sportsbook app, the official sportsbook of Woodward
Get down
Sports.
on it.
Get down on it.
All right, Shep. Shep,
Check
little
it.
soul.
Get down.
Sorry, Cam.
Check it out, though.
I just derailed Cam. He starts going, All right, here, sing the ad to that song. Go.
You can place any bet up to $1,000, and if you lose, you get that bet back, Shep. All you gotta do is scan the QR
that bet
code,
back.
enter the code Woodward 1000, and if your first bet does not hit, you get that deposit back up to $1,000. That's right, one whole stack back, just for giving it a shot. Minimum bet $20. Download the Caesars Sportsbook app today. The official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. Use code Woodward1000. Scan the QR code on the screen.
Bet responsibly.
Woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
The winning doesn't stop there. How about I'll kick your coverage winner? Bigger prizes, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
It's game on at Art & Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art & Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep,
Do you believe this comeback?
your favorite sports commentator, as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.
Like a frostbite straight from the divine. Cold rush on my skin feels so fine. Muscle freeze, the ache. No side effects, no mistake. Chill sub-zero. Icy and true. Feel the chill. It's all for you. It's not magic, just science play. Chill sub-zero.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network. The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or Bust Lions network.
When you have everything you need to get stronger, just around the corner, you can give everything you've got.
Just 30 more seconds.
With over 2,800 locations, there's always a Planet Fitness near you. Join the club today and get your first month free. Just $1 down, $15 a month. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, February 13th.
See what you got.
Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com.
Estates Title Agency. Whether you're buying a home or refinancing, team at Estates Title Agency makes the closing process simple and convenient. That's something that we love in life, something simple as well as convenient. Proudly serving Michigan since 2003, Nabil Saad and his expert team deliver first-class title and escrow services with incredible speed and accuracy. I've seen him on the golf course. He believes in incredible speed as well as accuracy. They know that you're busy, which is why they offer you evening and even weekend closing appointments. A lot of people don't like to work on the weekends. They do, because they want to make sure that you are covered. For all your title needs, call Mr. D's, and that is the B-side.
Folks, we talk about sports all the time. We talk about rankings. We talk about how pressure gets to a lot of these athletes. But, they need some help once in a while because it's not easy. Everyday life can be taxing on you, too. We understand that. Pure Psychiatry understands that better than anybody. They provide personalized psychiatric care designed specifically for you. It's not cookie cutter. It's not one of those one-size-fits-all. That's not how it works at Pure Psychiatry. They've got 16 locations in Michigan. They've got another couple in Ohio. You can get a hold of them if you need some help, and there's nothing wrong with that. Take that first step. If you need it, go to PurePsychMI.com. That's PurePsychMI.com.
All right, guys, and real quick before we get back into it, just wanted to catch up with these super chats. We appreciate everybody for contributing to the cause. Starting with Charles Bosnack.
Is that Cool Runnings?
Yeah, right. Starting with Charles Bosnack, $2 super chat. Crosby needs to just say where he wants to go. We got $5 in here from Randall Smalls. Shout out from Gatling, Tennessee. Tomorrow I will be at the Tigers versus Yankees. Crosby can stay in Vegas. He is damaged goods.
Hold on, KG. Who is that?
I have no clue. I thought that was. Oh, maybe that's okay. I think I know who that is.
Is that Kool-Aid?
Yeah, that's Kool-Aid chiming in. Sorry
there
about
we go.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, but back to the super chats real quick.
I thought KG was going to go pipe down Kool-Aid.
Right. $5 from Randall Small. Shout out from Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Hey, Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Tomorrow I will be at Tigers versus Yankees. Crosby can stay in Vegas. He is damaged goods. Michael Weary, $5 super chat. Not that I care if we get Max or not. I just know it should be cheaper than the original cost. Hashtag damaged goods. I see that's going around. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I would say I find it very funny. Now all of a sudden it's like because you know you're not getting Max Crosby. It's like, well, I don't want to get my hopes up the second time around. So I'm just gonna say he's damaged good. He's not here. I guarantee you, those same two people, if the news broke right now that Max Crosby was a Detroit Lion, yes, we got Max Crosby. It's over.
And I'll guarantee you those same two people last year were going, I'd give up 3 first-round draft picks for him.
No, that's a fact. Yeah. You know how Detroit Lions fans do.
But I will say the ticket should be cheaper. He ain't lying about that.
Nah, most definitely. Just a few more here. Charles Bosnack again, $5 super chat. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah. I'll push back. This is none of the NFL's business. It was a bad trade deal. You can't tell teams how to do their business or trades. We got Michael Weary again in here. Shout out to the OG, $5. Lions Jared Goff contract move clears $32 million in cap space. This move should calm the fans down only a little bit. Yeah. And Wolva
depends on what you do with the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, true. We got Wolva Talk in here. Shout out to him. Wolva Lion Talk. Sports Talk.
Wolverine/Lion fan.
Yeah.
Right.
I am Mike Jones, the owner of the Michigan Arrows professional football team. We are having open tryouts April 11th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Oakland Yard.
All right, Braylon will be there.
Anson's talked to him, got some information on his league. We want to get more. Appreciate that. Keep us abreast of what you guys got going on. Cool. We want to see if we can somehow partner up. Man. Get you in, get the offers in, man.
Don't forget this one from Kevin Bell. Shep, you're dumb. Ooh. Gibbs deserves bank. Gibbs is doing better than Barry Sanders did his first few years, and you say that BS. Well, Kev, you're an idiot because Barry in his first year, 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns, 24 rocks, 282, 300, I'm going to round. 1,300 his second year, 13 tutties.
How many games he played?
1548. I don't know. I don't have that. 1548 is year 3. Yeah. Led the league in 16 touchdowns. He had over 500 yards more than Gibbs in his first year. Had more than 300 yards than Gibbs in his third year, and was a little bit behind him, like 30 yards in year 2 in receiving yards. Just because.
Also, he started.
Yeah, and he
was the starter.
Yeah, Gibbs wasn't necessarily that. This is not. Don't get your panties in a bunch, Kev. Just because I wouldn't extend Jahmyr Gibbs doesn't mean I don't think he's a good player. I've said he's a really good player. I said I like him a lot. Love that he's a Lion. I'd use the hell out of him over the next few years. I wouldn't do that with running backs. It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
You know? So don't give me this bull crap. Oh, you're dumb. Look at how much better he is than Barry in his first 3 years. No, he's not.
Also, too, how old are you? Like, that's the question. How old are you? Like, that's I don't like arguing with kids. Like, realistically. Like, it's okay to say you love Jahmyr Gibbs because we do too. You know? And we want Jahmyr Gibbs to have sustained success here. But getting pissed and then saying he's better than Barry Sanders, who is widely regarded as the best running back of all time. Jahmyr, as of right now, may not even be the best running back in this current NFL. So
he's a really good player. I like him. Okay?
But I won't.
I do. I like him a lot. Yeah. Him saying he's averaging 6 yards a carry. Actually, if you want to be technical, Kev, he averages 5.3 per carry.
Kev.
Okay? So let's pump the brakes a little bit. Don't get offended like he's your client or something like that. It's just my opinion. I don't do that with running backs. I would like to see a little bit more. Yeah. And I think running backs are easily replaced more so than other positions.
Yeah.
But this is the thing this is what's happening with the fan base, which is fine, but it also happens with the front office as well. You fall in love with your players and you extend them. Sometimes you extend them a little bit too early.
Right. We can nitpick on the various statistics if you want. He's got more touchdowns and all the other stuff. Yeah, they use him around the goal line. I always wish Detroit had used Barry Sanders around
instead of throwing fade routes to Herman Moore.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. All right, so it's good stuff from the chat. We always appreciate it. Laugh my ass off. Imagine saying out loud that Gibbs started better than Barry. Yeah. Look, I mean, that's Kevin's opinion.
It's only because the numbers are identical. That's where people get caught up.
And if he wants to pay him, that's fine. I'm okay with that. We have a difference of opinion in that regard. There's no reason to go there like, oh, you know, it's dumb, and then start pulling out bull crap that isn't untrue. It's flat out untrue.
It's fair. Realistically, Jeremy Gallon's last year at Michigan, you know what? He broke my single season record, which was 1330. He had 1341. I mean, he had a bunch of that Notre Dame game. We had like almost 400 yards. Great season. Great guy.
Yeah.
Love Jeremy Gallon.
Yeah.
That does not make him on pace with Mario Manningham because he broke my single season record or any other wide receiver that's listed in the top 5 because of the one season what he did. It was a tremendous year. But that don't change the game.
Can we let me shift gears for just a moment?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bam Adebayo had 83 points last night, and full disclosure, I like him a lot. I think he's a really good player.
Very good.
Quite honestly, I think he's an underrated player. Stunned me that he became Miami's all-time leading scorer last night. I thought it was Dwayne Wade.
Yeah. He beat LeBron's record.
Yeah, he beat LeBron's record, which surprised the hell out of me. What does that say about Dwayne Wade, by the way?
What do you mean?
In a good or bad way? What do you mean?
LeBron. How long did LeBron James play in Miami?
Not that long.
And he's
3 years.
And he was their leading scorer over Dwayne Wade?
Yeah, but I think it was all time. No, Dwayne Wade's all time.
Okay, well then what's the record they were referring to then?
Most points in a game. And for the Miami franchise.
Okay, I thought he went over 10,000 points. I thought that passed LeBron.
Yeah, I thought I heard something.
Yeah, that's what I saw last night on the flight. But either way, what's your overall take on what he did against just a brutal, and I mean a brutal, Washington team that just seemed like they did not care? And even Washington's head coach came out and said, look, it really wasn't a basketball game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I will say this. You have to start here because I feel like people have started with disrespect about this topic today. Bam Adebayo, like you said, very good basketball player, very talented basketball player. Might not be the best basketball player in his own household. That would be Asia Wilson. But with that being said, damn good basketball player, Team USA, the whole 9 yards. When you score 83 points, something is to be said about it. Something is to be said. You score 83, you break Kobe's record. I say Kobe's record. I never saw Wilt did. I saw Kobe's live with my own eyes. Congratulations. When you get to shoot 43 free throws against the bum-ass Washington Wizards as you're still playing in a game that you're already winning by 20, I have to take it. I have to take a little bit from it. You know, 7 threes, same amount as Kobe made, 7 threes, 43 free throws that you attempted.
Man.
It's more of an indictment on what the NBA has become as it relates to not playing defense, not caring, not showing effort every single night, and also tanking. Right. It's more of an indictment on where the NBA is versus how talented of a player as Bam is, and that's why I don't want to take anything from him, but You saw what it was. Guy shot 43 free throws. Nobody's playing defense. The Wizards don't want to be out there. I don't even know why he still was on the floor. Break the record.
Yeah. If you're Eric Spoelstra, I don't have a problem with him keep him in there.
I don't either,
really
but
don't. Okay, in case people didn't know, he dropped 31 in the first quarter. Halftime, he had 43. His single career game high was 41. So he had a career high at the half, and I think he had 62, 63 through 3 quarters. So if I'm Eric Spoelstra and I got a team that's won 5 in a row, I'm gonna, I'll keep him in there.
Yeah.
I suppose for some, it depends on how you go about getting it. And if you're collecting rebounds and you're missing shots and you're getting them just to get it to him for that purpose, I wonder where the integrity lies. That's all.
Just look at, obviously Kobe's, one of the top 2 greatest players ever.
Yeah.
So when you look at that 81-83, 60% from the field goal. Kobe wasn't just out there jacking shots. Kobe was in the zone.
Yeah.
Kobe was in the zone.
Cooking Jalen Rose.
The man was 18 of 20 free throws. Now, you got to play against some scrubs if you're going to get records like this. Wilt Chamberlain played against a New York Knicks team that was 25 games under 500. Kobe played against a Raptors team that was 18 games under 500. And then we know the Washington Wizards suck. So all of them played against bums. So in that regard,
man, they suck.
But free throws, Kobe had 20 free throws. He made 18 of them.
Yeah.
He didn't have 43 free throw attempts. 7 to 13 threes, 7 to 22 for Bam. He got 6 rebounds. Bam got 9. Those stats are about the same, but the throws,
field goal percentage is really impressive, man. You go 28 to 46. Like 46 is a lot of shots. I get it. He was
not if you make 28 of them.
Not if you make 28 of them. Absolutely.
And who
right.
else was on his team at the time? Smush Parker.
And he ain't getting nothing. One of my favorite stats. They say.
Could you say that about Bam Adebayo? Who's he got on his
playoff team?
Hero. Tyler Hero.
Yeah, but they're a playoff team, finals team,
a better team than what Kobe had at that time.
Yeah.
So. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. Yeah. I just even calling them, they are. You're right. Period.
Even Wilt shot less free throws. Even Wilt Chamberlain shot less free throws against the Knicks. He shot 35 and made 28 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, which is great for
which is great for a big guy.
For the Dipper.
Yeah.
So all in all, Shep, to answer your question, I think it's an amazing performance, amazing skill. 31 in the first quarter. To me, that's the best part of the night. Like, I know that sounds crazy. It's not the 83. It's the 31 you had in the first quarter. Because in the first quarter, there's still some semblance of a game. There's some semblance of we came out, we're going to get active, see what we can do for 12 minutes. 31 in 12 minutes, that's impressive as I don't know what. So it was an impressive feat. But when you start to mention other names, i.e. Kobe, and then I got to bring the facts and just tell you that it was 2 different types of performances.
Yeah, I would also say Wilt Chamberlain also had 25 rebounds in his game. 25 rebounds. Yeah. Do you know how many people watched that live?
Wilt Chamberlain?
When he scored 100 points?
I would guess.
I'm sorry, in attendance.
It wasn't a lot. I know that.
7,000.
Close. 4,100. 4,124. Isn't that crazy?
Not really, because the infamous picture where you see Wilt holding up the 100, it looked like a Catholic school gym.
Yeah, it really do.
It looked like the Catholic school locker room. You walk in, everybody knows the locker room I'm talking about. You can see through the lockers. You can see people's stuff.
Right.
Like 100% got the windows that are kind of tinted, and it folds up, opens like that. Yeah, it looked like St. Cecilia or Christ the King, Holy Redeemer. One of them schools. St. Thomas Aquinas, is that where they were at?
Somebody's dropping them off. Right. Mom, can you make sure I got the juice box when you come pick me up, please?
100%. Yeah. Do you have your church socks or your basketball shoes? Mom, they're the same at this point. I'm wearing the same.
So. Well, I'm wondering what people feel about it in the chat. I know they've talked about it all day here on the network, but I wanted to get your thoughts because I think you're right. This is not anything against Bam Adebayo because again, I like him very much. He had 7 threes, right?
Yeah, he had
7 threes. He had 4 in the first quarter.
Makes sense. He had 31 points.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this sounds bad. I just wish it wouldn't have been Bam Adebayo. Now that's hate, and if you call me a hater, you would be absolutely right. Like when you hear 83 points, I saw 83 points before I saw who did it.
Yeah.
So when I'm seeing 83, I'm like, okay, was it Spider?
Yeah.
I'm like, was it Jokic? Was it Luka?
So if I said to you,
Anthony Edwards?
This person's going to pass Kobe Bryant.
No one's ever Bam effing Adebayo.
He probably wouldn't even be in my top 50 guess.
Yeah. He's a top 30 player in the league. I would assume a top 10. I don't
So
think Giannis can shoot enough shots to get to 80, so I wouldn't put him up there.
What's funny about this is when I finally did get to the flipping airport yesterday at LAX.
Did Steph get pissed?
And I was handing my bag to the guy. There's two guys at the oversized bag welcoming area, and they were talking basketball. And I said, "Hey, did you hear about Bam Adebayo?" And they're like, "Yeah." So the three of us, trying to make friends, just had a conversation, right?
You know what? I appreciate it about you.
And I said, "Where would you have thought Bam Adebayo would, like, who would you give me some names you would have thought would have scored that before him?" So what was the first name that would come to mind?
Luka Doncic.
Yeah, because they're out in L.A.
Plus, he's also already scored 73.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. And
or somebody like an Anthony Edwards.
That was my guess.
Yeah. Maybe SGA because he gets a lot of fouls too. You know,
that's a good one too.
But the crazy thing about
and he's
SGA
had 30-point games this year.
Yeah.
Something like that.
He broke. Speaking of Will Chamberlain, he broke Will Chamberlain's record the other night, having 120 straight 20-point games.
That's right. Yeah, I did see that.
But even SGA, I wouldn't guess SGA because SGA's not like
he's not.
How many nights do you hear about him having like 45, 42,
Not
47, 36?
Yeah,
is that cap number for him. So
Yeah.
Spider, Donovan Mitchell. Because he dropped 73 years. He dropped 73 years ago.
Yes, yeah. Jaylen Brown before they brought back Jason Tatum. I would not have guessed Bam Adebayo. There would have been a lot of names I would have guessed before that.
80 points is a lot because, one, you got to be able to shoot free throws. Two, you got to be able to shoot threes. And threes, you got to be able to get to the cup, which means you also have to be in some level of shape. So, like, you got to mix all of that, and that's how I'm finding that guy. Like, Luka probably run out of steam.
What does Bam Adebayo average per game?
I don't even know.
Like 18-ish.
I don't think he even leads his team. It doesn't Powell lead Miami in scoring?
Yeah.
Tyler Hero been scoring more than Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Norman Powell leads him in scoring like at 22.5 a game.
Oh, that's right. They moved him from last year with the Clippers.
Yeah. So, I mean,
was this done on purpose? Is this one?
He averages 20 now. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, what's it done on purpose? I feel like everything feels weird. Like we live in like a weird society, weird time. Like everything is like a plant or some type of situation concocted for I don't know whatever reason, but like him scoring, Bam Adebayo scoring 83 points feels like, hey, tonight, Bam, we're gonna get you 83 points. We need something to talk about in the NBA.
It feels choreographed.
That was that simulation right there.
Yeah,
I agree. Like this doesn't make no sense. It still doesn't make like Bam Adebayo scored 83 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, when his previous high, he doubled his career high.
In the first half almost.
Okay. So he doubled his career high, more than really, because his career high was 41.
Right.
So he more than doubled it. He also is a guy when you're looking at the various things that he does well, he's not a quote-unquote scorer.
He does nothing.
Okay? He's a consistent player, and I like him a lot, but he is not one of those guys where you're going to game plan against.
Yeah.
Can I ask you this question? How does he fit here?
How does he
Bam?
fit?
Yeah.
What do you mean here in Detroit?
Yeah, in Detroit, playing for the Detroit Pistons.
He would be.
Oh, he would be a really good player for
Yeah.
Detroit.
You can play him at the power forward spot. Still have Duran out there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he would be. I think he'd be a hell of a player for Detroit.
I like Bam
I think
for that, yeah.
I think he is a Detroit type player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he scored 83 points, so shoot, I'm like, he can get some buckets.
What happened while I was gone? Speaking of basketball, I mean, I'm watching the Pistons
lost.
from afar, and the Pistons lose 4 in a row, and
Michigan State lost.
and the big deal on social media about the Pistons was that JB Bickerstaff wasn't concerned about the Boston Celtics. Should he be?
Yeah. They're champions.
2.5 games, 3 games back. So you should be watching them. They've hit the ground running with Jason Tatum.
What do you think? Before I say anything, what do you think?
Yeah, you and I have said it's Cleveland, but that has gone a little bit off the rails because of their injuries.
Yeah.
Boston looks really sharp.
And they've been there before. That's what's scary. They know what to do.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point.
Yeah.
My bigger concern is they'll be happy to shoot the 3 against you. And Detroit's 3-point perimeter defense
is bad.
It's bad. Yeah. So if you were to take a look at Detroit's 2 worst traits as a team, what are they? Shooting the 3
and defending it.
And defending the 3.
Yeah.
What does Boston do really well?
Defend and shoot.
There
The
you go.
3.
Styles make fights.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, you would already been in a dogfight with the Celtics without Jason Tatum. Who knew that Jason Tatum was going to come back and be a better version of himself before he got hurt?
Sure seems pretty good.
Like, he didn't look this good last year when he got hurt in the playoffs. And obviously, the injury was already kind of there and in full blown. But he looks a lot better. He looks refreshed. He looks confident. He looks chill. Doesn't like he's forcing anything. He's not trying to come and take over. Like, Jaylen Brown has been seeing 2 and 3 teams the whole season. Yeah. And now you got 2 guys that are 1A, 1A.
Thank you. So that's where I was going.
You got 1A, 1A, and now you get ISOs.
When I watched them the other night, I thought, who's got a better 1-2 punch than that team?
Healthy, yeah. Those
really?
Yeah. Tough.
I mean, offensively, okay? Don't give me the Lakers. I mean,
I'm not.
Because Doncic is better when LeBron doesn't play.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. The numbers are there. Who's a better 1-2 punch than what Boston gives you in Brown and Tatum?
Who else is a 1-2 punch? Because you look at what the
Bronson and Cat.
Well, I guess Bronson and Cat. That is a
Harden and Mitchell.
Caden Duran.
So I was gonna say Wemby is just Wemby.
Murray and Jokic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
I'm just giving you guys who I think would be in the conversation.
So who's Shea? Like Shea isn't a 1 and 2 because it's like 1 and then he's got 4 guys.
Well, yeah, but you would say J-Dub is the next.
You wouldn't say Holmgren?
You'd say I'd say J-Dub before Holmgren.
Okay. Yeah. I thought it'd be Chet offensively.
Jalen dropped 40 in the finals.
Yeah, he's more all around. But yeah. I get your point though.
Yeah. What about Houston?
KD and who?
Yeah, it's just the KD show and whoever want to chip in on said night.
Sengun's a pretty good player.
No, Sengun, yeah. He hasn't been their consistent number 2 throughout the year, but yeah.
Their true number 2 is hurt, correct? Is that Van Vliet?
Yeah, technically, technically.
So I guess the point is there's not a lot of we've always used that phrase, the Batman and Robin, when it comes to Cade Cunningham. We've said it quite a bit. I think people in general have said it quite a bit. And we like to think that a guy like Jalen Duren is proving himself to be that effective other player, right?
Yeah.
Because we all like him.
He's your number 2 on some night.
I love him.
He's more of a 3, though.
Yeah.
Like
option. You're saying option.
A third option.
Right.
He's more of a third option. 100%.
He's their second best player.
But he's still not a...
He's not a second...
In today's
scoring option.
100%.
Right.
Scorer,
so I would say this. I would say Cade Cunningham, without a doubt, is a 1. That's the easiest thing you could take on a test. Jalen Duren's a 2, but he's not a 2 scoring.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Okay? Because he helps you in so many different ways, and he really is one of my favorite, he might even be my favorite Piston. And I know everybody loves Cade Cunningham, as do I, but Jalen Duren I really like.
It's just interesting.
I just don't know where the 1-2 is there.
Yeah.
And if that is the 1-2, where does that compare to, like I just said, we brought up some of the 1-2 punches. There's not a lot of them.
No. Jalen Duren currently can't shoot good enough on every night to be a number 2.
Correct.
Like, because he's a pure center, and am I paying $40 million a year for Jalen Duren at the pure center spot? I took it to a whole different conversation.
It's a really good question.
Because that's what the ticket is.
He has started to create on his own a little bit more this year, which is really encouraging. He's playing with great confidence. He does need to expand his game. I've said this for 2 years now. It's not like I'm getting impatient with him, but that's where he becomes that next level of player.
Yeah.
He has, on a number of different occasions, caught the ball at the elbow, turned, and made a move down the lane to get an easy score. He has done a good job of posting up mid-post and hitting turnaround jumpers. Those have to become more consistent.
Yeah.
Boy, you guys are funny in the chat. I was looking at the chat numbers because everybody was doing that to stay on head and see like what people want to talk about.
Yeah.
Man, as soon as we started talking about the Pistons, people was like, people just don't care. We dropped the
Peace out. All right, we'll peace out, and we'll be back after this. A quick timeout here on the Braylon Edwards Show.
Everybody keeps ignoring that Michigan State win.
We're not going to ignore it. We're going to talk about it when we come back.
It's nothing to talk about it. It's nothing to talk about. We did that.
Okay, we'll see what happens. We do want to get your thoughts on it since you didn't give a chance to talk about it earlier. And plus, we got some more super chats, including one from DM303 that we'll get to right after this on the Braylon Edwards Show.
Yep, let's talk to Dr. Pearson. Tell him about Buddies as well.
Oh, yeah, Buddies. If you're out in California, they're talking about California pizzas. I'm like, I laughed. I said, if you want a good pizza, let me give you a quick picture here, and it's a Buddies pizza. And they're like, oh, that does look pretty good. I go, no, it's not pretty good. It's really effing good. Best unofficial holiday of the year, though, is coming up, and it's opening day. It's Friday, April 3rd. Woodward Sports is going to take over downtown. We're kicking things off with our live broadcasts in the morning on the Grand Slam Opening Day Festival. Come hang out with us, talk baseball, get fired up. And when the game starts at 1 o'clock, head over to Buddy's Pizza right there in downtown Detroit. Our live watch party. You get a slice of the best pizza in town. You can grab a cold drink. It could be alcoholic or it could be non-alcoholic. And watch the Tigers kick off the season with us here on Woodward Sports. It's Friday, April 3rd. Detroit baseball is back. Come celebrate with us. Woodward Sports and the best pizza you can get, Buddies.
Trust the guy we trust here at Woodward Sports Network, and that is the injury insider, Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Look, man, we've been talking a lot about off-season injuries. What's Sam Laporta going to look like in the season? Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch. These are questions. They're questions for the doc, man, and you can catch them here on Thursdays. Braylon Edwards and Shep on the show. 248-426-9944, though, if you want to go visit him as a doc, because he is a doc that knows how to get things done. It's not about getting a diagnosis. It's about getting the right diagnosis. And Dr. Pierce, he definitely makes sure you get that. Ask Darren McCarty if you don't take my word for it. Dr. Jeff Pierce, Michigan Sports and Spine.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. We got to
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon. Braylon Edwards and Shep Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you.
When you have everything you need to get stronger, just around the corner, you can give everything you've got.
Just 30 more seconds.
With over 2,800 locations, there's always a Planet Fitness near you. Join the club today and get your first month free. Just $1 down, $15 a month. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, February 13th.
See what you got.
Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
When you have everything you need to get stronger, just around the corner, you can give everything you've got.
Just 30 more seconds.
With over 2,800 locations, there's always a Planet Fitness near you. Join the club today and get your first month free. Just $1 down, $15 a month. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, February 13th.
See what you got.
Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
It's game on at
When you have everything you need.
Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Yes, sir, KG. Looking for dinner plans that sizzle? Join and look no further than Black Rock Bar and Grill. We tell you every day, it's not just an experience. It's a top rock experience. It doesn't matter if you go to Ann Arbor, Davidson, Sault Ste. Marie, Utica. It does not matter because the experience will be the same. The people treat you amazing. The service is where it's at. And also they have the specials, whether it's Tuesdays, Tasty Tuesdays for $13.99, and or it's Thursdays, sizzling Thursdays for $19.99. Sirloin, shrimp, scampi, your choice, super salad, blah, blah, blah. You know what it is. Just come on down, man. Home of the steak on the stone.
Me likey that. That looks really good.
Me likey.
Yeah, very good. So, you know, your haircut looks really good. Lady Jane's
Appreciate
haircuts for men will always give you a really good haircut. They'll get you in, they'll get you out, and on your way. It's awesome. It really is. It's wicked awesome. That's the tagline, but it really is true because it's a nice, clean facility with lovely ladies who are ready to cut your hair and make you look good for the weekend. So come on in, make sure you find the nearest location that's convenient for you because there's 28 locations throughout the state of Michigan. They're open 10 till 8, 7 days a week, so walk in anytime. It is wicked awesome, Lady James. Quick question for you. Ready?
Yeah.
A little rapid fire here. Usually we play rapid fire on Wednesday. That's on me. Didn't have all the rapid fire. You ready?
You got impromptu?
Impromptu. You
Okay.
got Teddy Bridgewater right now is the Lions' backup quarterback.
shoot.
Kyle Allen went to Buffalo. All right? Ready?
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater or Kyle Allen?
Kyle Allen.
Okay. Teddy Bridgewater, Mitch Trubisky.
Mitch Trubisky.
Teddy Bridgewater, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins.
Teddy Bridgewater, Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor.
Teddy Bridgewater, Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G.
Jimmy G.
Porno Jimmy.
Jameis Winston.
Famous Jameis.
But
He's still in New
he's
York.
not available. Kyle Allen was available.
Yeah.
I thought Mitch Trubisky was available, otherwise Buffalo wouldn't have gotten him. Kirk Cousins is available. I wouldn't pay the price tag.
Yeah.
Hell no. Kurt's trying to start somewhere. Kurt's going to be in with Arizona Cardinals.
Okay.
Mark my words.
Jimmy Garoppolo is available. All right. Definitely take him. Tyrod Taylor's available. So those 5 guys.
Tyrod Taylor would be my choice out of everybody. Like, I know him, but if I took that out, he's always professional. Every time you put him in there, he knows what he's doing. He can get the best out of the players. It's someone you trust. He's not going to do too much, and he's experienced at that role, both as a starter and as a backup. So Tyrod Taylor he'd be the choice for me.
I'd probably side with Trubisky. How about this one? Russell Wilson.
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sorry. Teddy Bridgewater or Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Lesser of two evils, but Russell Wilson.
So help me then.
I like Russ, man.
What's the whole point of bringing in Teddy Bridgewater?
It was over for Russ, and I heard you, Shep. My bad. I didn't mean to
That's
ignore
okay.
that. That was very rude.
No. You got to finish the thought.
It was over for Russell Wilson, man, when he did that Subway commercial and he did all those cringy looks. The Russ Witch, and he was like talking to the sandwich, and he had like the hair like John Cicada, and he had like the black leather coat.
Yeah,
he like
man.
snuck up on the sandwich in the kitchen. I was like, what? This is what? What are we?
Dangerous.
Where's Sierra at? Somebody, would you come get your damn husband?
Right.
Like, would you come get your husband? So that's when it was over with for him. Okay, I digress. Now, what did you ask me, Shep?
I said, what's the point of Teddy Bridgewater? If we just named 7 names, I gave you 7 names, and you'd rather have each and every one of those over Teddy Bridgewater,
Easy.
and yet the Lions have Teddy Bridgewater. Don't give me this, well, he knows the offense crap. All those guys, all you guys are smart enough to read that playbook and have a really good feel for it quickly.
But I don't know those other guys. I know Teddy.
This is true, and it goes back to every time you bring him up, it goes back to the New Orleans Saints. When Dan Campbell was in New Orleans, Teddy was there. They formed a relationship. They brought him in here before. He's played some games. Most notably, when we chose to put him in against the Commanders and not Hendon Hooker, that one will always be funny to me. But it's also, too, holding the clipboard, someone to watch film with the quarterbacks. How do you trust? That's a lot of times more so what it is. The guys that help you in that regard. It's not just knowing the offense. Who can you watch film with? Who can you come up with game plan with? Who can you come up with schemes with that can relay that information and be on the sideline, if you will? Because you're not – we know what the Lions are. They don't care about the backup quarterback position. They haven't, and that's understandable, although Allen was decent. If you don't care about it, if the season's over, if your backup quarterback gets hurt, then what does it matter, right?
Played 5 games in 3 years. He's thrown 15 passes in 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
he had a just okay arm when he made the Pro Bowl.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's
crazy.
Like it is kind of.
I never was a Teddy Bridgewater fan.
But
like just as a player,
Yeah.
he did nothing like spectacular for me. Like, they made the noise about him coming out of Louisville. I still remember watching his bowl game when they beat Florida. But it was like, I mean, he's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to like winner at the quarterback position. He goes to Minnesota year 2, makes the Pro Bowl, and then he has the horrific injury that following off season. But, like, it was never, like, the play. It was more so the leadership. He's a great human being. I mean, you heard what he did for the kids, and they tried to say he couldn't because he was a donor, and he came back and overruled. So he's a great guy, but as a player, it was like, yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, we got a great chat in here from Patrick Ofiara. Teddy has to be here to be a coach, in my opinion. Not actually gameplay, but he's here if needed. Do you think that leads you to believe they'll carry 3 quarterbacks into the year?
Hell no.
So that means, would you make a play at a better starting or better backup quarterback?
I would have hoped they would have gotten a better backup quarterback. You're not going to spend a high capital draft pick on a quarterback,
right?
Especially how weak the class is this year.
And you did it once.
Number
and failed,
one, yeah,
so.
and well, also, everybody loved it at the time. I didn't, but everybody loved it at the time. Sure. And the other thing is that if all you're bringing him in here to be a future coach, and Braylon has said that, what does that tell everybody? I mean, if Jared Goff goes down, most teams are screwed if their starter goes down anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, rarely do you get a Nick Foles situation, right? Or a Jeff Rutledge situation. I just
Brock Osweiler.
I don't understand the mindset or the lack of urgency is probably the wrong word. The lack of desire to solidify that spot. I don't get it.
That comment right there is what a lot of people were saying about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I just don't get it. Like, and I think we're in a situation where, unfortunately, by how the Lions are, we're not going to know anything until April 23rd. Like, I think April 23rd is when we'll finally start to see the picture. Obviously, it's draft day, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start to see the picture for what the Lions are, what the Lions want to do, and what we're going to be this season. Because right now, it's speculating. Yes, K. Mays is a really good move. Yes, we didn't make any other moves outside of that. Very lackluster. Yes, I think the Lions in that move in K. Mays was a really good move, but they're not a better team than they were when the season ended on January 2nd or 3rd, whenever that game was. So we are in a holding pattern.
Yeah, they're better at some positions. I will say that. I didn't.
They're better offensive line.
I didn't have any problem losing Amik Robertson. I had no problem losing Alex Anzalone because I knew they were going to lose him. All right.
Yeah.
I wanted Leo Chanel from Kansas City. Thought that would have been a really good fit from a linebacker standpoint. He can rush the quarterback. He can cover. Obviously, you couldn't get that.
There have been no replacements for the people that they shipped out.
Correct. There's been no replacement at the linebacker spot. Malcolm Rodriguez is not it. He's not going to be a starter. That's
Never
okay.
was.
That's okay. So there's no linebacker there, and there's no cover corner. You can address that still with some of the things that need to be done, but on top of that, they haven't addressed some of the other needs that most people view them to have because of various injuries, safeties specifically, weakness, left guard. I get it, okay? And then the loss of Taylor Decker. So they've got a lot to do, but I think they can do it. We're going to Kool-Aid's at an event in Grand Rapids, which is awesome, so we're going to pick it up with him in a moment. But first, I'm going to be watching some baseball tonight. I don't know about you. Italy is playing Mexico, and Team USA needs Italy to win, or they need if Mexico wins, they need a high-scoring game. So they're screwed. Like if Mexico beats Italy 4-3, for example, Team USA is eliminated from Pool B.
What was more surprising?
That
Team USA losing to Italy or Bam Adebayo scoring 83?
Wow, that's a great one. That's a tough one. There's no way I thought Team USA would lose to Italy. No way on earth. I'm so disappointed, and I know people are like, Mark DeRosa's a TV guy. He played 16 years in Major League Baseball. He also was the manager of them in the World Baseball Classic when they lost to Japan. Remember?
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. So it's not that. And he played it. He sat certain guys. It's a freaking all-star team, for crying out loud. You're going to put Gunnar Henderson in instead of Bobby Witt. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Gunnar Henderson homer, by the way. That's not it. Remember when people were talking about trading Skubal to the Mets? This was a while back. We had this conversation, and everybody's like, well, I wouldn't do it unless I get Nolan McLean. Nolan McLean just had belt to ass by Team Italy yesterday. That's why you got to be careful. And this is why I said, too, this is not a knock per se on Tarek Skubal, but damn, you want to pitch for Team USA and you're going to pitch against Great Britain? You're pitching against Great Britain?
For what?
Really?
That wasn't a game.
I want my best players. If you want to win this damn thing, put your best players out there Nolan McLean is now one of your best pitchers. Where's Scooble? Well, he's back now. I'm thinking about playing again. Guess what? You don't have the chance to play again.
But the funny thing about it is, like,
Paul Skeens was out there busting it.
Going into the game against Italy, did you think you would need your best pitcher to beat them?
No. So it's fair enough.
Yeah.
It's fair enough. But when you're down 8-0, suddenly it's like, wow, you know? And I'm not saying you're going to sit there and replace Aaron Judge. Sorry, I need another guy in
0
there.
for 4.
Right? But you got plenty of guys who should have been able to do that. That was it's a bad situation. It's a humbling situation. And it's about to be an embarrassing situation if something doesn't happen. It's their way today.
Is it like they're working towards being the 2004 USA basketball team?
Yeah. Ooh. They are.
To where you're like, look, just throw them out there. It's LeBron, it's Melo,
right.
It's Jason Kidd, it's Dwight Howard, it's all these stars. And they go out there and pound the world. Huh?
Yep.
Insert Puerto Rico.
A judge used the whole inspiration of Team USA in hockey and beating Canada for the gold medal, right? That's what he said to his teammates before. You've got. It's not like they don't have talent.
Yeah.
Bobby was an absolute baller. Yeah. Cal Raleigh's an absolute baller. Bryce Harper's a baller. There's not one bad player on that team. How does this happen?
We do have the cut from the Team USA manager. If you
Mark DeRosa.
Yes.
Which one? He thought that they were already into the round that they needed to? Go ahead and play it. Yeah.
Yeah, I misspoke. I was on hot stove with a couple buddies today and completely misread the calculations. We knew that Mexico was going to play Italy and then running all the numbers with if we lost tonight with the runs allowed and runs scored and outs. So I just misspoke.
Ken standing on the right.
You don't misspeak like that. That's not true.
Crazy.
Sorry.
Crazy
I don't believe that for a second. Not for a second. It's okay. I mean, he screwed up. He didn't know.
He was on hot stove.
Yeah, he was on hot stove. I was on with some buddies. No, wrong answer. I'll say this. You got to be careful sometimes because you're not in people's heads or in their routines and stuff, but it feels like they overplayed their hand, like they took something for granted. We never take Kool-Aid for granted. He's in Grand Rapids. He's at a 3-on-3 tournament. Pretty cool stuff. Let's pick up Kool-Aid. Hey, buddy. How are you?
What up, though, Shep? What up, though, Bray? Sad to be away from you guys, but out here is $15,000 on the line. Shout out to Jar. Shout out to the Grand Rapids Gold. Shout out to Amani. 15 stacks? Yo, where do I sign up for that, man?
It's already over. You can't even get in there now. It's too late. But you know what? Get in with one of them. Somebody winning today.
Somebody's winning. You know what? The competition has been dope. We got some college hoopers out here. There's no easy buckets. When it's this much money on the line, yo, that's kind of life-changing. I like it. But can you just tell me real quick about the excitement around this? I know that you also had some kind of on-court hosting as well. How dope has this event been?
Honestly, it's a new one for me. I kind of, I'm getting my intro into sports journalism at this point. So talking to some of these players and the grit that they have, the attitude, the technique that they're coming out here with is absolutely, it's great. Honestly, I'm inspired myself. I might have to get out there.
You know what? Shout out to Jars, man, because I know that at first the prize money was about $4,000, but Jars involved gets a little bit bigger. 15 stacks.
Woodward. Raymond got into Woodward Sports, and he was like, you know what? Bring it up the SCO.
Hey, let's go. We'll be back later with the winner. Let's go. Hey, look, Bray, Shep, I'm with a special guest of honor right here. This is the Grand Rapids Gold COO, but he's hyped right now about this Jars Cannabis 3-on-3 tournament. It's a lot on the line here. 15,000. How you doing, my guy,
Good,
Trey?
man. How you doing? With my dog Kool-Aid here, just chilling. Good. No, we just checking them out. Love the community. Love bringing people out. 15,000 on the line. You got the crowd out here cheering everybody on, so it's a good look for everybody.
It's a good look for everybody. You know what, man? You got these towels here getting people hyped. I like this, too. We can't let this off the hook, too, man. The Grand Rapids Gold, the Flint Tropics. I see what you're doing here.
Yeah, doing a lot of different things. We do a lot of theme nights with the Gold. We do Flint Tropics, Nuggets night. So, with minor league sports, we do a lot of entertainment, a lot of different things, and just obviously community involvement, right? That's big for us to be in Grand Rapids, and our product is basketball, but really being a part of Grand Rapids and being a part of the community is what we're really about.
You know what? That's what I love to hear. Yeah. They call me Detroit Kool-Aid, but you sound like Grand Rapids Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I really like that. I like that, man.
That's it.
I like that. It's official, man. Hey, look, we signing off from here. Any last words for the people?
No, we appreciate it. We love Grand Rapids. We love West Michigan. Grand Rapids Kool-Aid and Detroit Kool-Aid, baby. Let's get it.
All right, Kool-Aid and David Fizdale there. Pretty good stuff. Right.
Yeah, shout out to Kool-Aid, man. Like, he absolutely is a team player, does all the things asked of him by this network. Appreciate him. Woodward Sports is lucky to have him. And you know why I'm saying that, Kool-Aid and everybody else. So.
A lot of shout-outs, man. A lot of shout-outs. Hey, before we leave, Michigan and Michigan State wrapped up. I don't know if you guys talked about it. I didn't see you guys talk about it earlier in the week as they get ready for the Big Ten tournament. Michigan is the 1 seed, and rightfully so. They are a national championship threat, no question.
Yes.
I would probably put Duke, although Duke just suffered a big injury. Arizona's been playing really good basketball. I would guess Michigan might have the second best odds. I haven't looked at any of the sports books lately. I think Michigan State proved that they can be an Elite 8 team.
Yeah.
That's where I could see them going, okay? An Elite 8 team. Things probably have to go a little bit more for them regarding their shooting if they want to go a little bit deeper, but I think they're playing some good ball. Even though they lost by 10 to Michigan last weekend, I still think they're playing some pretty good ball. But there's still some controversy surrounding this rivalry, and I think it's a healthy one.
Yeah.
I think it's a healthy one, too, and I made the comment, never got a chance to get to it. Anton, obviously, big Michigan State guy, so I don't want to poke fun, but so much football news, we stayed there. I love Tom Izzo. I've always loved Tom Izzo. I made that comment every time I talk about him. You guys that have been fans of the show for 4 or 5 years, however long, you see me say nothing but glowing things about Tom Izzo. Every time I run into Tom Izzo, Shep, I'm always trying to remind him of who I am. I'm like, hey, Tom. He said, damn it, Braylon, if you try to tell me again. I said, good to see you, Coach. That being said, when you look at the press conference, when you look at the presser after the game, I think there are some things about this season, some things about what Michigan is doing that have not broken Tom Izzo, but that have shown, that have pissed him off, that have frustrated him to the tune where he's making comments like, I guess the crowd didn't watch the game because I'm nobody's damn little brother and neither is my team. Tom Izzo never had to respond to anything like that. Yeah. I've never heard Tom Izzo bring up little brother. That was always for you-know-who. Mark D'Antonio, because it was about the football situation for Tom to talk about.
Because basketball is not that case.
It's not, but I say that to say this. He's mentioning it. He's talking about not being a little brother because I think there's more pressure than ever has been before as it relates to Michigan State. Michigan State is the powerhouse in basketball in the state, whether it's deserved or not. They the last team to win the national championship.
Make the argument they're the powerhouse in the Big Ten Conference.
100%. You're 100%. But in the last 2 years, not so much. 56-12 is Dusty May. 55-13 is Michigan State. You see what Dusty May has done. Also, what has Tom Izzo pushed back on so much? And it's the NIL, and it's the transfer portal, and it's this, that, and the third. How is Dusty May winning? He's winning NIL, the transfer portal. Mm-hmm. Who has more money? It ain't Michigan State. And I don't say ain't for effect. I say it because it's the truth. It's Michigan. So when I'm watching Tom Izzo crash out at the press conference, while he's also saying, I don't think he, talking about Jeremy Fears, did anything on purpose. Fears has done a hell of a job since getting publicly reprimanded by everybody. He's done a hell of a job. Nobody's tougher than him. You're absolutely right. Jeremy Fears is a damn good player. And to be honest, if you would have voted him for Big Ten Player of the Year before that game, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. Because that's what I believe about what he's done for that team. But when you've seen somebody do a Draymond Green move against Michigan, the very following game against Minnesota, and then the next time they play Michigan, sir, you can't come up here and talk about it's so one-sided and they're calling this, that, and the third. I think right now, like based on what Michigan is doing, how they're doing, and who it is, he may not like that Dusty May sits in front of his crowd as Michigan State is all doing that before they play at the Breslin, and they frame this picture in some kind of a, because Anson said, and he has a point, they frame this picture and make it production and make this, that, and the third. He doesn't like any of it.
But that's the way you do things today.
I mean, I agree.
With social media, that's how people respond in certain situations, and in that situation, and I don't know Dusty May all that well. You do. But
I have a problem with it.
What other way are you going to respond? Yeah. I mean, if you go out and you start pointing your finger, then you're an angry guy. If you turn around and you leave, people think you're scared. He went out and embraced it. No big deal.
Made no comments about it.
Yeah, I mean, who cares?
I think for Tom Izzo, and once again, this is just my thoughts, to take him as such, or don't even listen to me. But I think he made comments last year about Dusty May and NIL and the transfer portal, and now this season, a year later, Michigan has yet again not only just been a damn good team, they won the Big Ten and they didn't lose on the road, which means they also won at the Breslin. I think you look at that. I think that's what's pissed Tom about as well. Because he ain't going to change.
Nah.
Like, Tom's at the point he's not changing now. It's too late.
I wouldn't change either.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Especially when you can be as good as he is this year. As good as that Michigan State team is. As good as that team is playing.
And look, this is the way the portal is.
Yeah.
People who want to take away from Kurt Cignetti in Indiana, Dusty May at Michigan, or
Same
whomever.
Michigan State people like that move, by the way. They love Kurt Cignetti.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, those are the same type, not Michigan State people, but I'm saying the people who complain about those guys building their programs through the portal are the same ones bitching about Dabo Swinney that he doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay? Whether we like it or not, and I don't, but whether we like it or not, that's part of how you build a team.
Yes, sir.
We have talked all day about building the Lions through trades, free agency, and drafts. That's what everybody knows. In college athletics these days, it's about recruiting, it's about portal, and it's about NIL, and not necessarily in that order.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but that's the reality of it.
The portal is whipping his ass.
But that's the other thing about it, though. Like, he's doing both. Dusty has the NIL because you have Michigan, so you use the portal. I mean, you look at the players, whether it's North Carolina, whether it's NC State, whether it's Auburn, they're bringing players in from high-end big schools, Duke, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
But also, last time I checked, who won Player of the Year last year in basketball in Michigan? Was it Trey McKinney?
No.
Yeah, he was
Mr.
Basketball in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, in the state of Michigan.
Yeah,
it was Trey McKinney, right?
Yeah, it was.
What school is he at right
Orchard
now?
Lake St. Mary's went to Michigan.
He goes to Michigan. So Dusty's also knowing how to recruit in state. So, I mean, he's doing both, if you will. He's not just saying it's just for this. He's doing both.
Yeah, I mean, I would do it. And look, Michigan State's done it in football. Michigan's done it in football. I mean, Kenneth Walker III was
Wake Forest.
Okay, Wake Forest, right? All these things. This is what happens, and this is
he got paid.
You're supposed to play it that way, and I'm okay with it. Okay, because everybody's doing it. It's not where you're taking your young guys, bringing them up through a system like in Major League Baseball, and suddenly they're your guys. Really good time. Thanks for being back, everybody. Awesome stuff.
You know what's so good, Shep?
Welcome back, Shep.
We get to do this again tomorrow.
I know. We're going to do it again tomorrow. I'm 2 minutes over, and I didn't even realize until KG gave me the stink eye. We're back with you tomorrow at 2 o'clock here on Woodward Sports. Don't forget the heavyweights later today at 5.